Just waiting here. Just posted the link. It's in the chat. Got it starred here. So just waiting, folks. Man, it's cold over here in Charleston. Goodness. Oh, looks like I just got a notification that CJ shared my video. That's fantastic. I love it when people actually think that sharing my words is somehow, something to use against me. Come on in, loving Christian. Waiting for you. Come on in. Now, if you're not going to come in, I'm going to block you. So I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to figure out where the proper buttons are. And then you can come in, loving Christian. Now, if you don't come in, I'm going to start ridiculing you as someone who has no balls. So come on in. Come on in, please. Hello to you. Don't know what that means. You should tell Nikki that her so-called testimony doesn't excuse a false accusing her. Wow, loving Christian, how in the world do you know? How would you know anything about Nikki? Because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know nothing about her. I know you know nothing about her. So now you've shown yourself to be a demon. Now, demon, I'm going to ask you to come in. Demon, loving Christian, come on in. You come in. Your account here, loving Christian, is not blocked, and Thick Shades is not blocked either. So I have no problem with Thick Shades. Let Mr. Thicky come on right in. If this is Thicky, come on right in. Come on, Mr. Thicky. No, loving Christian. How do you have any idea? Shut up in the name of Jesus. There you go. You're about 2 minutes from me making the judgment that you're so below my time that I'm going to block you because you don't use your real name. So you've got about 5 more minutes, Mr. Loving Christian, to come on in and show yourself either to be a man or a sissy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start counting down. If you don't come in, you probably need to be exercised. That's exactly right. You don't want to come in here because you don't want to be exercised. But go ahead. Call me on it. Call me. I'm a lunatic. So this is your chance to prove that I'm a lunatic or a lunatic, whatever way. Looney Tunes or Luna, as in the moon. So, I'm low budget. Yeah, come on in. Prove it. See, it's one thing to make a claim. It's another thing to prove that claim. So I will let you come on in. As a matter of fact, it'll be you and me, loving Christian, and you and me alone. I'll even get a moderator. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Oh, looks like Mr. Loving Christian might be a sissy. Okay, so I'm sure there'll be people who will take this clip and show that Loving Christian now has refused to back up any of the assertions that they have made. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little more grace here, Mr. Loving Christian, since you use that in your pseudonym. And I probably should put the emphasis on pseudo or pseudo, which is Greek for liar. So come on, loving Christian, come on in here. I'm only going to give you a little bit more grace, and then I'm going to consider you wicked as you are. You don't have to show your face. See, I'm not demanding that. I'm just saying show your voice. I could care less what you look like. Show your voice. Come on, loving Christian, show your voice. Let's show that voice. Looks like you know how to use the laughing emoji. But let's come on in. Come on in here, Mr. Loving Christian. Yeah, I thought not. I thought not. Maybe you don't know how to get in here. So let me post the link one more time to help you out. Okay, now there's the link. Now, if you take this right here, and I think if you put a little click on it, either with the finger or the mouse, that will take you to my participants room. Okay, and then what I'll do from there is I'll click on it, and then I'll let you in to say whatever you want since you're so wise and loving, Mr. Christian. Okay, I'm going to give you a few more moments to come in, and then I will just stop addressing you, and then you'll be blocked or annihilated. Anyway, but again, it'll be only for an Aeonios. But for me, Aeonios is 100 years, and I'm not going to live that long. So your blocking will be for an Aeonios, which is 100 years. Coming once, calling twice. Mr. Loving Christian, come on in, buddy. Mr. Loving Christian, come on in. Or maybe CJ's out there. Mr. CJ, would you like to come on in? But you got to be honest. So at the first crack of dishonesty or lack of reason or the inability to follow subject, predicate, and things like that, I'm going to call you on it. And then if you start getting all snarky with me, mute you and then just kick you out. Because see, this is my program. I'm the boss. Even Tammy's not the boss or the boss of the program here. So, oh goodness. See, I think my previous stream actually proved that these guys have been evolutionarily selected for quote unquote pussiness. Now, I'm using that term as a per se. I don't need any kind of a provisional definition because I've actually put the provisional definition out there and I have analyzed the essence of the pussiness of these millennials. And I can now determine that it's not just a provisional definition of the essence, but it's actually per se descriptive. Well, not, well, yeah, maybe it is per se. It's not per se to human nature, but it's per se to these millennials. It's only per accidents to most human nature because it's only as of lately that the genetics of the human race have been changed maybe 50, 60 years now to favor the pussified male. So, CG, are you here? Oh, there we go. Looks like Andy might have changed his sub account. So, Kenny and Smokeys road trip. I'm going to ask you now, Mr. Kenny and Smokeys road trip, to go ahead and come on in. You know, this is actually kind of fun, I have to tell you. It's like stomping baby chicks, as they used to say in the West Virginia. It's kind of like shooting fish in a pond or goldfish, whatever it is. It's a lot of fun. So go ahead and come on in. Kenny and Smokey's Road Trip, there's the link. Now, if you want anybody to think you have a shred of credibility, you're probably going to have to come in and just give us your first name, your real first name. Please don't dox yourself because there's a lot of evil and wicked people out there. And trust me, I wouldn't want anybody to actually dox themselves. I dox myself because I'm not afraid of any of you scumbags. But I wouldn't ask anybody else to put themselves out there because I actually don't even value my own life. I know where I'm going. For me to live is to serve it's unto Christ and to die is gain. So I could care less. But I know you all have to hold on to whatever you have here in this life because this is all you're going to get. So, Mr. Loving Christian, you come in, or Kenny and Smokey's Road Trip, which is probably Andy anyway, since the Loving Christian now has stopped posting. So I'd kind of like a post from you, Loving Christian, and you from Kenny and Smokey's Road Trip. I would like to post within 10 seconds or maybe 5 seconds of one another. And go ahead and get ready because I want to know if this is just Andy changing sub accounts or if I have two people here. So I'm going to give you about 20 seconds. Be real easy to do, guys. Okay, so 20. Now, to point it out, 19 comes after 20 because I'm counting backwards. Okay, just so you dimwits know. 19, 18, set, and I'll talk real slow since I'm a dumb hillbilly. 16, 15, 14, 13. Come on, guys. Come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Yeah, don't need um, the same person. Luke 22. Raw, go ahead and tell me your real name before you post Luke 22, because I don't know who you are. Okay, so Dave, Special Ops Unit, would you come in? So this is probably Andy again. Well, maybe not. Okay, guys. Dave, the Special Unit, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to come on in and, join me here, or you're going to be Mr. Block 2. Because it's probably the same people. It's probably Andy. Oh, doing it again. Let's see. I'm going to start to 10 since there's only one of you now. And you can come in anytime. I got my guest window open. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, man, what comes after 6? Dave, the Special Unit, Ops Unit, could you tell me what comes after 6? Okay, 1. Bye-bye. Any other of you retards out there? Huh? Any other retards? I'm waiting. Now, by retard, I don't mean those that are biologically predisposed toward struggles, because I'm biologically predisposed towards certain things. I actually mean spiritually and emotionally retarded. Okay. I had to explain this to Tammy, and now she kind of gets why I use the word retard. Because anybody who would twist the scripture and the gospel is a spiritual retard. And I just had to explain that to her. I promised her I wouldn't say that in front of anybody that had a special needs kid. So, Mr. Spiritual Retards out there, come on in. Let's see here. Dave, fake. All right, not even going to deal with you guys. Okay. Andy, come on now. Really? Or Bill, or even Thicky. Come on, I want some real Christians that are actually struggling and they're honest and they want to know, some things. And I'll answer what I can. Remember, I used to work as a hospice chaplain. I'm under, HIPAA or any of those things. Okay, let's see here. Who do we have here? 7. Oh goodness. Okay. You see the kind of people, guys. You see the kind of people. Of course, he might be just trying to, laugh around and stuff, but that's probably their best spokesperson. So thank you for doing that. That's about as articulate of an argument that any of them can actually give. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Oh goodness gracious. All right, doxing makes me happy. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to come in. 10, 9. In case you're slow, let's start with 20. 20, 19, 18. What comes after 18? I don't even know. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye. Okay, anybody else? You see, those that are going to hide behind their keyboard, not going to deal with them anymore. And shame on you people who listen to people who won't have the guts to confront me with their mouth. And by mouth, I mean audibly. Because you guys are so dumb, I can't believe I have to exegetically qualify and give further definition to the word I just frickin' used. All right, so let's see. We've got a new comment. Here we go. What you're missing here is me trolling these so-called people that think I'm a fraud. I'm calling out CJ. Anybody wants to join me right now? I called out Standing for Truth. So all of the little 30 and under folks, I'm giving them an opportunity to just come on in, ask me honest questions. If these are Christians that are actually wondering what's going on and wanted to get some truth or some just, there's so much crap out there. I want to answer questions according to what I can tell and what I cannot tell. But what I can say is this is an absolutely wicked, demonic assault against Smokey Saint. And it's against Will Kincaid and it's against me. People are trying to dig up my past. I don't have a past, except for that brief time in prison for murdering people who would follow me with my laser gun. I actually developed a technology. Saturday Night Live took it. It's called laser cats. But I have put laser beams on sharks and kitty cats. So don't mess with me. All right. Let's see here. 5 more minutes. Okay, Cat Earth, would you like to come in? Okay, Cat Earth. Here we go. There we go, Mr. Pmars. Come on in there.
Hello, Kenny.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well.
Yeah. Now you and I had a brief interchange, and you know what it is. Demons have showed up. You've seen shadow people, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is kind of real. There are real demonic spirits out there.
Yes.
They will
I
distort
agree.
the gospel of Jesus Christ and call Jesus what, a transvestite and stuff like that, right?
Oh, are you talking about, you think I'm a demon?
No, I'm just saying that since you said that, I don't know if the demon has showed up or if it's actually Pmar. So I want to know who's talking to me right now. Because only a demon would say something so sinister, or maybe a just mentally troubled person. So I want to know who I'm talking to right now.
Well, I'm a comedian, so I make jokes, and the
Right. Well,
trans.
this is kind of serious. So do you have a real question, or are you just come in to make jokes?
I pretty much came in because it was just like I couldn't believe my ears. I saw you talk to CJ and you using the Bible to defend evil. It was like I've never
Oh,
even heard atheists make
okay. So
arguments like
okay.
that.
So what's the evil?
Uh,
What argument did I make?
You were saying that like if someone had a period, it was okay to have sex with them.
No, that's not what I said. It's not what I said. I said that by the created order, we know that in the animal world, and would you agree that we're animals? Not we're more than animals, but are we animals?
Yes.
Okay. So when we biologically mature physically, where we can have children. Now, I want you to know my wife's aunt, she went out and chased an older man down and had a baby at 12 years old. And that is my wife's cousin, Georgianne. So I know that there are women out there that are biologically mature and even psychologically mature enough to know what they want, and they go out and get it, and they don't throw fit 20 years later. So proceed.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's like a good criteria or something like.
Well, see, here's the issue. Okay, granted, it's not my criteria, but it's a general principle I'm dealing with. That according to natural law, we are told in a general sense that once a biological organism becomes mature enough to procreate, that is the standard biologically. And if that, let's use human beings. Now, my mother-in-law, now she had my sister-in-law at 15. Now, surely she was biologically able and psychologically mature enough. My mom was 16. Mary was probably, 13 to 15 up to 16. And so because of lifespans and things like that, having children early is actually a evolutionary advantage for the human race. So for centuries, we have utilized this natural law that everybody can see, but somehow now an older man marrying a younger woman, and I'm going to put the standard at 14, 15, 16, since Mary was at least 14. Now, my wife's aunt had a child at 12. Now, that could be because of the hormones and the meat and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that. But basically speaking, rabbits mature very quick, and that's the sign. Okay, now we are more than animals, so there are psychological situations. Now, because of where we're at now, psychologically, we develop differently and things like that. But let me tell you, in this particular case that everybody's throwing out there, at first it was a 6-year-old, and then it was a 13-year-old. But I have some inside information. There are some data points on this information being thrown out that even those numbers are wrong. It's going to come out. Can't say much because there are some legal issues going on right now, and et cetera, et cetera. So did you have anything else to say, Pmars?
Well, one thing, like I would say, like our criteria as Christians should be like based on unconditional love and radical forgiveness, in my
Okay,
opinion.
what's unconditional love?
Unconditional love is when you choose to love someone. It's not like a feeling, right? Like you,
Right,
by your free will, you love someone regardless of like how they treat you or
right,
whatever. Like,
right. Okay, so let's say I love you,
yeah, it
and
means
you
you like
start
want the
calling.
best for
Hold on,
someone.
and you start calling Jesus a transsexual stuff, all that stuff. Now,
Hmm.
for me to cut you off and never talk to you again, does that mean I don't love you, or that you're spewing kind of nonsense that's toxic that I don't want to expose myself to? Actually, I think I know what my answer would be. What would your answer be?
Oh, well, I mean, uh, if you, I guess if like I cause you to stumble and if someone,
No, I'm not even talking about that because I don't want to point up immature Christians. I'm
well,
just talking about stuff that sounds blasphemous to me, dirty, disgusting, that I don't want to hear. But I love you, P Mars,
right, like
and
you
and
don't have
and
to
I have
like
I have
me,
nothing against you. No, I have nothing against you,
right? Well,
and I
like
don't
you
have
don't
to
have to,
like you. You're right.
yeah,
You're
you don't
right.
have
I
to
don't have to
like
like you. Yeah,
someone, you don't have to spend time with them, but you do
right.
have to like love them, I guess, right?
Sure.
So you
But
do
if I
have to
find
want,
out they're raging idiots and nincompoops, I don't have to spend a moment with them, right?
yeah, I agree. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? Good News Gospel, would you like to come in? Spooky Bedhair, would you like to come in? Come on, any of you guys. Cat Earth, you're next. Pmars came in and failed because he called Jesus a transvestite. So I don't want to associate with him. I love him, but I don't want to associate with him. So Spooky Bedhair, would you like to come in? You see the level and the kind of stupidity that's before us? Oh, good grief. Loving Christian, please come in. Oh, no, I'm going to block you. Uh, Good News Gospel, would you like to come in? And I'm going to give you 20 seconds. Cat Earth, would you come in? And I'm just going to sit here for 1 minute to see if you all have the balls to come in. If not, I would like to direct everybody to disregard them. Okay, so Spooky Hair, Cat Earth, Good News, come on in. Okay. Come on in, Cat Earth. I'll let you speak, but the moment I get any hint of logical failure, I'll point it out. And then according to your response, I will proceed from there. Come on in. And I'll be waiting. I'll actually mute my mic, so come on in and just start talking.
Hello, I'm here.
How you doing? Go ahead and share what you want.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like, I don't understand because can you not see from other people's point of view how this might look? Because I'm an outsider, right? So I'm just looking in on this thing, and I can only go with what I'm seeing. And you keep saying, it seems to me that you've changed the story quite a few times, like it, and then on top of that, now because of the sort of things.
Could you tell me how I changed the story?
Well, because at first it seemed like you were just on a road trip, and you were sort of saying that you weren't in the court, and now it seems that you don't.
No, I never said anything except that I'm not going to tell anybody what I'm doing. Yes,
Right.
we are on a road trip, but I have people following me and taking my picture. Now that makes me suspicious right away. I don't know why they're doing it, but the moment I saw that, I'm done.
When you say you don't know why do you mean like you? How do you mean you don't know why they're doing it?
I don't know why people are following me, literally following me. Wouldn't that raise concern for you of what might be behind all this?
Yeah, definitely. But but other people, like I totally agree with you. Yeah, I'd be concerned if people follow me taking the pictures. But
but maybe we can rest on that a little bit. Okay,
yeah,
so
definitely.
people are following me. Okay, and I know they have evil intent because they've slandered me in ways that are very, very, very clear to me that it's demonic in its origination. And let me give you an example. I do not in any shape, manner, or form approve of Smokeys' antics. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now Fixed Shades and I were talking a few months ago, and he came in and he passive aggressively asked me questions like, in front of Smokey, it was me, Smokey, Fixed Shades, and he goes, Kenny, do you think if somebody does this, that they're wrong? And I simply told Fixed Shades, I said, listen, I'm not going to be used as ammunition in a passive aggressive manner. And the next day, there's a video that Kenny is a false teacher. Now, there's nothing about my teaching that has anything to do with me refusing to engage in being ammunition against anybody. I'm not going to be anybody's ammunition. So that right there keyed me in on what was behind all of this. So I don't need any other information, anything else. At that point, I know it's wicked. And then when people start taking my picture, you better believe I'm going to deflect, I'm going to duck, and I'm going to dodge. Because I'm not carrying at this moment. I can't protect myself. Okay. I'm not going to take a gun across country. I carry in California. But I'm not going to. So do you know my concern? Does this make sense to anybody,
Yeah, no, Kenny, like, can I say, like, I do, like, respect people sticking up for their friends, right, and protecting their friends. Like, I totally understand that, and I do understand, like, it would be, I wouldn't be happy.
Not friends. Somebody who's one of my pastoral or congregants, not an official way, but somebody who has submitted to me as a pastor. Which now everything's in confidence. I have no right whatsoever, even if I wanted to share anything. And let me tell you a little bit.
Well, hang on, can I make my point? Because
sure. I'm sorry. I have ADHD.
Because I was trying to give you some credit as well. I wasn't like just in the middle of that. I wasn't. So your friend, someone you've got pastoral responsibility over. I do respect that, like what in a way, but it just seems like the story. It would be a lot.
What do you mean in a way? Could you clear that?
But because I think you're going a bit. I think you're going way too far, not a bit far. I do think you're going.
Now, what about if there's legitimate threats of life? And Smokey's grandmother is terrified. So if I'm protecting a little old lady that's terrified, am I wrong by deflecting information in order to let her feel better and not have the legitimate threats come about?
I've been involved in sort of things like this, sort of communities like this before, and I totally know what you're saying with this thing's going too far, and people outside of the family are getting threatened, and this is getting each other's backs up. But a lot of this is brought on by Smokey's behavior. You must see that,
Of
Kenny. You
course,
must.
yes, of course. Yeah, he made the wrong people mad, but those people happen to be particularly evil. Okay, so now we're in a totally different ballgame. We're not
And
about just individual, like spats and all that kind of stuff. We're
right.
actually where evil's there, real slander against Smokey and his family. So I see that picture as a pastor, and it's very, very evil and wicked. So I have
Okay, but
suspicion of
instead of just
people.
keep saying Smokey's the victim all the time, Smokey has actually victimized other people. I've watched your
No, he
streams.
has not.
Like,
No, no, no,
well,
no,
can
no.
I just make my
No,
point
you're
and then you
assuming.
refute
You're
it?
assuming. Do you
Okay,
know
but
that
can I?
Smokey Saint is this Josh guy?
Okay, but we'll get to that. I'm just talking about
No, 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 no,
Smokey.
no. Because, but
Okay,
no.
all right.
If you're talking about verbally abusing, yes, he has verbally abused people.
Yeah,
Is that what you're
really
talking about?
badly. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
sure.
so,
Oh, yeah,
so, so
absolutely.
and so what
I've
I'm.
told him 100 times I don't agree with what he did to Bill. I
Mm,
talked to Bill. I told him 100 times I don't agree with what he did to Andy. I've talked to Andy. So I am not on Smokey Saint's side as far as his antics. I'm on his side as far as the big picture and the principle of slander and real life and death issues being threatened against his family.
mm. No, I totally disavow anything like that on any side of anyone doing that. I'm not saying you've done it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm saying
Absolutely, yeah.
anyone doing that. That is wrong. It's going too far. And I'm not saying, but Smokey, because you don't deserve that. Even just shouting at people, nobody deserves
Right. I
that.
mean,
It
Smokey
is,
is an asshole, but he doesn't
yeah.
deserve this. Let me tell you, it
But
is
but he,
heinous.
but let me finish so I don't sound like because I'm not. I don't think there's anything wrong with people pointing all this stuff out that's coming, and all this things, and it's not being addressed particularly clearly as far as I can see by your
Well, I
side.
don't know. I mean, what right do I have to point out something on anybody else that I have zero evidence that it's actually true?
But well, I the thing is I held back, but the thing is the Joshua we can agree is convicted, right? And they're on a register.
Yes.
Right, exactly. And then
But what I've seen, the information is wrong.
well, okay, but I haven't seen any of that. None of that's been really sort of put out or and denied. And then you also have the victim.
Thick Shades has put out all kinds of stuff, and Thick Shades
Yeah,
had the supposed victim on his program. Now, if you
yeah.
notice, after that, Nikki was on there, and then they start actually uh, accepting her as a fake, as somebody who's using her victim status. She was raped, and those people accept this supposed victim of Josh, but they disregard the victimhood of Nikki, who her fiance came in and spoke as well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone should disrespect anyone's, but also I've seen people
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
use
no.
the fact
Wait a
that
minute.
they've been a victim to silence other people's
But
issues,
wait a
which I
minute
don't think is
now. I
fair
just I
either.
just pointed out that Thick Shades brought
Mm,
this supposed victim of Josh, with
mm,
everybody thinks is Smokey Saint with no proof.
mm.
And then another person came in to share their victim story, and Thick Shades actually wanted details in a very creepy way.
Yeah, I've seen that stream. I was there, I
Yeah,
think.
so
Yeah.
so so
I,
so so if this is the source of everything, doesn't that
it
clue you
might have been
in?
a bit insensitive what he said, but I don't
Oh no,
think
it
he
wasn't
meant it.
insensitive. Trust me. No, no. Nikki had a horrible time. It put her into so much anxiety and so much
Right. Okay.
stress. She struggled. So let me tell you,
Hmm.
that was from the devil himself.
Well, hang on a minute. But if that's from the devil, but Smokey does this thing on a regular basis, makes people
Yes,
feel
but he does it
distressed
to
and
heretics and
horrible.
people. He does it to
Oh, so it's
people who
okay if
are
they're a heretic, Kenny?
dishonest.
Really?
Yeah. No,
Well, I'm a
hold on.
heretic probably if you keep talking
No,
to
no,
me. I
hold on
mean,
one
it's not
minute. Hold on
fair.
1 minute. The people that come after Smokey end up engaging in the same antics that they do. Now, if they didn't, I would defend them. But they come in pointing fingers at Smokey and then turn up to be twice the douchebag Smokey is.
Well, okay. There's probably maybe a lot of truth to that because this is
No, there's no
sort of
maybe a
what
lot of truth. There
yeah.
is
I
absolute
just don't
truth in
know
that.
enough, Kenny. Like, so that's why I'm not denying or I'm going to fight
Exactly.
you on
Yeah.
it. All right. So I
Right.
just don't
Yeah.
know. So I'm not
Okay.
going to
Well,
go up.
let's go. Okay. Because of time's sake, let's go ahead. I want to encourage you to actually research it. and
I
then
have.
come back
Oh,
and
I
talk to
have.
me.
I have. And
No, but
that's
you just
why.
told me you don't have all the information.
No, I don't have
So
the
which
information on
one
their
is it?
side. Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not really that concerned because they're not the ones that I caught streaming absolute vile, horrible streams. That you know, if
Really,
they were
you
doing
haven't
that,
caught Thick
I'd,
Shades? You haven't caught Thick
no,
Shades
no, I
doing
haven't.
horrible
And I've
streams?
looked through some of his stuff, and so if you know, and
Oh,
that's
really?
why I'm sort of more that you know, you understand. Like, this is what I want you to understand is like not everyone is just against Smokey, right? Because we're
Oh, I know.
evil or
Yeah,
whatever,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
Some of us are literally. We've been really upset with the way he's sort of been behaving the last sort of year, and then to
Absolutely.
sort
But
of find this out is sort of like, well,
right.
God, you know, you can't blame people for sort of being a bit, you know, like, well, he's sort of, you know, that's a bit calm, or that's God's justice, or you know,
Well,
however
let me give you another perspective.
yeah.
Okay, you're somebody who's getting brutally slandered because you end up beating other people in an argument, which is actually what's going on. And so now
I
they
don't
turn
think
on you.
so.
No, that's the case because all of
I
a
think
sudden, after Thick Shades was embarrassed, all this stuff starts coming out.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just about because he's embarrassed people in argument. From my point of view, I can definitely tell you it's because of his terrible behaviour. I actually enjoyed Smoky's stream for a week, and he sort of just was going off the rails, and he's really got worse in my opinion. And I think
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
and because this is stretching it out,
If
fair enough.
if your family is afraid of being physically harmed, and that gets pressure and stress on you, do you think that somebody will be mad and blow up and change and start fighting this stuff that makes their family scared to even go outside?
No, I think about what I'm doing. And this is honestly, Kenny, I would think about what my role and my responsibility in all of that is, and then maybe either not go on the internet or just make my streams different because all you know, a simple change of attitude would go a really long way for Smokey because at the end of the day, Christianity is about forgiveness.
Right.
And
Did
you
you
know,
see
he
the stream that he had with Dr. Folk like maybe day before last?
a bit of it, maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Dr. Folk told him what I've been telling him for months and months and months. Hey, you got to change this. You can't do this. You can't say that to people. So we're already working with Smokey, and I'm surprised that people want to like poke in who don't know him and actually don't love him. They've been offended by him, and then they want to fight back for themselves. They don't pray. They think vengeance is mine, meaning themselves and not the Lord's. So I want to tell everybody who are believers, sit back, let me deal with Smokey, let Dr. Folk deal with Smokey, and let us help him because you guys are making it worse on us. Trust me. You guys are making it 100 times worse for me to pastor Smokey because you poke. And I'm kind of tired of it.
Kenny, can I just
Do you
say
understand
something?
where I'm coming from, though?
Yeah, I do. But I'm
Okay.
going to say something. You're not going to like this. I'm sorry, but I am
It's
saying
fine.
this genuinely because it's what I believe, and I'm saying this with good intentions, even though it sounds a bit
Sure.
harsh, right? I
Sure.
don't think you guys are in the position to be pastoring, or you guys have got a lot of pride issues and anger issues, and I know a lot of that might not be your fault. It's external issues coming in, but this from an outside, you know, it because of how sort of hateful everything is and all the streams and its gossip and drama, it just comes off as a lot of projection. And I really think you guys the best thing to do would be to just go away for a bit. This is, you know, and just take some time in the word, you know what I mean? And just honestly, just back off and not try and escalate this fight anymore because unless you've got something really good to show and prove everyone wrong, right? I think you should just, you know, not drag this out. It's not good for anyone, you or your whoever you perceive to be your enemies. And that's what I'm going to say. I hope that's not too unfair.
No. Matter of fact, I will actually pray about that and consider that. I'm not prideful. Now, if you've done your due
No,
diligence,
sorry, Kenny. I know
you'll
this is
find
me
out that
interrupting
I'm.
you, but you are very, very prideful, mate. And I don't think you see how much Smokey is actually hurting people and how much damage he's doing. And then for him to be claiming the victim, do you see what I mean? So you need to go away because if
The
he'd
victim.
stopped
Okay,
hurting people, this would all go away. If he just stopped going on the internet and people are really, you know, he said some horrible things, man. It's That's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to interrupt you
Okay,
anymore.
so
I'm
he
sorry.
said horrible things, and that warrants everything that's happened to him now, right?
But all that's happening to him is
No,
people
no, no.
saying horrible things to him, right? I mean, it's the same
Oh,
thing.
no, his family's in physical danger. Will
Are
Kincaid's in
they?
physical danger. Don't you get that?
Well, yeah, I don't know, but he's threatening other people. You're
No.
threatening people.
Oh,
You were
good
threatening
grief. I'm not
Ryan.
threatening
So it's just
people.
going too far.
I'm
You
not
got.
threatening people. When I say I'm going to bend you over the bench or my knee and whoop your ass, that's not a threat. Come on, be real.
Sometimes, Kenny, you're sounding really unhinged, and I would worry
Like
if
what?
you talk about that about me. Like when you're upset. I know it's because you're upset, right? But it
Yeah,
sounds like
I'm very
scary.
upset.
Like I was like, if I was
Really,
Ryan,
a
I would have called the
50-year-old
police on you,
disabled
man.
man is scary. A 50-year-old disabled man is
Well,
scary.
not in that way. You're not scary in that way. I'm just mean in terms of you might do something silly. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean,
Yeah, okay, but
yeah.
do you know that I came out in October and I said I'm going to be playing a part because I found out that these people are dishonest and I'm going to find some things out. And from that point on, I have this character called Posture Kenny. And I've been going in and out of the character because basically I don't really respect any of you people on YouTube because most of you don't even go to
That's
church. I'm
fair
not
enough.
saying you.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying
No.
you.
It's fair enough. I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so once I saw the character, the people here, I changed into a character because it's actually fun. Donald Trump has done it, like him or not. He's done it to the Democrats and it gets them all unhinged. And it's really fun to do because there's a lot of stupidity out there. And once I found this out, I am having some fun. I am trying to reach real people and I have made a difference. But let me tell you, all I'm saying is just a bunch of stuff in order to play around with these nonsense people that are out there. And those people that actually can't see the real principles that are involved and can't discern, uh, those are the people that fall victim to this kind of stuff. And I have a string of tests all throughout. If anybody wants to look at all my streams. I lay hints out there wherever I've been. I lay hints and I lay traps. And most of the people have fallen for it and shown me that the state of Christianity on the internet and the YouTubes is disgusting. You guys don't go to your own churches. You want to point out other people's problems without dealing with your own problems. And it disgusts me.
But we're all disgusting, right? I mean, that's the point, isn't it? We're all Christians aren't
Well,
any better than
no.
anyone. We're
It
just
depends
all, you
because
know,
I'm
we're
trying
all
to do better. I'm
bad
trying
in
to
our
do
own
better.
ways, and you know.
I'm trying to do better, but there's some people that actually aren't.
But do you not think? I bet it's hard to argue that maybe just social media is bad. It's just not. It's causing all this division, all this fighting. You know, despite all these allegations, right? Even just Smokey's behaviour isn't acceptable. It's hurt
Sure.
people.
Yeah.
People hurt him. It's just no good for anyone, is it? I mean, I don't
No,
even have a
absolutely not.
Facebook,
I
man.
wish
mean,
it would stop. No, really. I am a very agreeable person. I would rather get along. This isn't easy for me, but I'm fighting some real evil that concerns me down to the bone. Actually, shakes me to the bone. So I'm
Well,
in new territory
Are you sure,
here.
Kenny? Are you sure the devil hasn't just tricked you into being on social media where he wants you all angry and just fighting? And because I honestly think as well, some of what you just been saying earlier, man, is just it's insane, bro. Like, so you know, with the ages and all this, I don't really want to talk about
What
it too
ages?
much.
What do you mean?
About Mary and Joseph, man, and I
No, they
just think
were.
it's all
No,
going.
is that not true?
I don't know. What didn't you say that
Okay, well,
he
look
was
it up.
30 or something?
If I'm wrong, call me out on it. But look it up first.
Did you say he was 30?
Yes, he was.
But why would he be 30? Isn't that really late to get married back then? I mean,
Maybe his natural wife died. You see, this
I
happens all
googled it,
throughout
and I
history.
googled it, and the general consensus of tradition at the time was that she would be about 16 and he would be about 18. That's just generally how it was.
No.
Maybe
Most
young
people will say
people.
that he was a much older gentleman, which is why by the
Yeah.
time Jesus' crucifixion, he was
But
dead.
18 is quite old back then, I would have thought.
Oh,
It?
sure. Oh, well,
Yeah.
no, that's the prime of life.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think
Just
you know,
look it
whatever.
up.
You
No,
guys know,
don't
you
tell
do
me
know
what you
more about the
think.
Bible
Look
than
it
me.
up.
You guys are better on all that. But I just Googled. That's what I Googled when I Googled it. So
Yeah. Well, let me encourage you. Don't be a Google scholar or a
no,
Strong's
yeah.
Concordance scholar.
I was just being open about how I got the information. That's what I was saying. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Well, I appreciate
Googled.
that. Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Well,
anyway, I think I said all I can say. But yeah,
yeah.
Thank you for letting me talk, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm not opposed to people who have an honest dialogue, and you seem to be somebody who's dialoguing with me honestly. You can say whatever you want to me, but be honest. You
I
know,
might joke around in the chat a bit, man, but I genuinely
I do
do
too.
want you.
I do
I do.
too.
Yeah, I know you do. I know you. And I do want the best for you, even though I do not support what you guys are doing right now and everything. Just
That's
know I
fine.
do. You know, I'm not an enemy. I'm definitely not praying for any bad thing on you or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? I
Well,
genuinely
go ahead. I
hope
mean, go
this will
ahead. If I
resolve.
need to be disciplined by God, pray for it. I'm not
In my
opposed to that.
opinion, Kenny, I think you guys are being slightly disciplined right now, but you don't see it, and I hope you will see it soon. Like and I hope
In
everything gets
what way?
better.
Because I'm having like the greatest experience I've ever had spiritually.
I
Did
don't
you
think
see the
you are.
testimony my Uncle Pete gave me? I put online just last week. I mean, I'm under God's discipline, and this is the greatest time in my entire life. I'm sorry. You're not discerning the Lord's will at that point.
Maybe, who knows? I could be maybe you're right and I'm wrong, but I strongly feel you're wrong about that completely. And I think,
Yeah,
I hope,
right. But why do you feel that? Is it a feeling, or do you know, like, evidentially? Because let me
because
tell you a little bit.
yeah,
Let me tell you a little bit about me. Okay, I was raised by teenage parents, and I have ADHD, a very complicated form. And my dad was a bully, and he verbally and physically beat me. I was a shell of a man for many, many years. I was depressed for 20 years. 6 months ago, the Lord healed my heart, my emotions, and my brain. And I realized that I'd been walking around as a doorstep thinking that it's spiritual. And a lot of people, they destroyed my church over silly things like, oh, we got to vote on this and we got to vote on that. And the bickering that went on about that. So I basically had to restart the church, and it exploded. And all of this brokenness that happened to me. So for the last 5 years, I've prayed and I've sought the answer to my life. And I've been willing to confront all of the demons and all the hurt. And God healed me 6 months ago. And he's given me a backbone that I've never had before. And he's shown me that Jesus went into the temple and tore the place up because of the evil. And in like manner, I'm coming into the YouTubes and I'm tearing up those that are dishonest and using the things of God for personal gain and for profit. And masculinity is not this passive Christianity. It's about standing up for truth, standing up for principles, and standing up for those that are victimized. Smokey Saint has been victimized. His family's been victimized. I have had to talk to individuals in his family about suicide and talking him off the ledge. So we're talking about life and death. Will Kincaid is threatened. I am now threatened by virtue of taking pictures of me. Now, if people don't get that and see why I'm so fire spitting mad,
I don't think you should feel threatened, but honestly, I don't think you.
People are taking pictures of me.
I understand.
They're following me.
No, I understand, but honestly, I don't think what it was for.
No. You don't have a right now to talk anymore. In all due respect, you really don't, because you're not experiencing what I'm experiencing. You are I
was just trying to comfort you,
man. You're a backseat driver. Let me finish. You have no idea. I am dealing with. Who are you to tell me way down in wherever you are? I'm assuming by your accent that I'm not in danger.
Because I know where the pictures came from and why they were taken. So, and I just personally,
you
I don't feel
know.
you
now,
should be worried in that way. But maybe you're right.
Know?
Maybe you're right.
No, how would you know? No, tell me how you know.
Because I've been in Rob's streams, so I don't.
Okay,
think
and you trust this, and you trust Rob, and you trust Rob.
Just trying to make you feel a bit better, man. I don't think he's going to hurt you.
Rob. You trust Rob.
I do a bit more. I don't. He hasn't lied. I can't. Well, okay, I don't know that though. All I've seen
apparently you don't have a whole lot of discernment, because I watched him lead worship on his YouTube channel last week, and let me tell you what I saw. I saw a guy that's very insecure, that thinks he has musical talent, and he puts all these effects and delays on his voice to make him sound better than he actually is. He has led nobody into the presence of God.
Well, because he puts effects on his voice.
Listen, I know the Spirit of God, and I know that sometimes people like to compensate and sound better than what they are. See, God doesn't care about how we sound. He cares about our heart. So if you're trying to put makeup on that which is ugly,
I don't think
already
you
shown
don't.
me.
Well, actually, Kenny, you've run into a thing where actually do have some expertise there because I've done a lot of recording in my life, and he
Yeah,
doesn't
so
use
have I. Yeah, so
So
have I.
he doesn't use any auto tune. It's a bit out of tune sometimes. It's
Oh, come
proper
on. He's got
raw.
reverb on his voice.
Reverb
and he's
isn't.
got chorus. No, and he's got
It's
chorus
not.
on his guitar.
Nah, man.
When I
Come on,
play
Kenny.
guitar,
Now you're
hey,
being
no,
unfair now.
no. I know somebody who's trying to compensate for a small wiener. I've been a musician all my life.
Oh,
Trust me. Come on. Now. Are you a
I think
musician?
you're definitely picking
Are
up.
you a musician? Are you a
Yes,
musician?
I am. I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you know people who try to compensate for a small wiener and lack of talent? Right?
I might do, not me.
Okay. Come on.
I haven't got a massive.
Be honest with me, dude. Is Rob Reed a good musician?
I think he's pretty good. Yeah.
No. Oh, really?
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, good grief! You're not a musician.
I'm just. I don't think he's like amazing, but I really appreciate like his songs and his.
Oh, come on, dude! I could pull out acoustic guitar and sing without
Rob,
nothing and do the same level.
Well, yeah,
good grief! Come on. I know those posers. I'm not even a guitar player or singer. I'm a drummer. I know posers. Give me a break, man.
I used to be in a metal band. I was a sinner. I think.
I used to be in a metal band too, but I also played in jazz fusion bands.
Yeah, man, that's cool. We'd probably enjoy the same music, Kenny.
So I know what I'm talking about, and I know how to play. And Rob is a poser.
Yeah, but it's for God.
No, not yeah, but Rob is a poser.
No, I don't think he's a poser. And
musically, Rob is a poser. Come on, be honest. If you if you have any talent in your bones, do you have any talent in your bones?
I don't know, but I just have whatever God gave me.
All right, guys, I gotta go. I've actually enjoyed our conversation, and you and I could be friends.
and we didn't and Kenny, we didn't undertalk each other too much, did we? Either.
No, we didn't undertalk at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Although I think Andrew's here, I'll let him say a few things.
All right. So. Well, I'll see you later. All right. Take care, mate. Please do think. I know you've got no reason to trust me or any of that. But please do take it. What I mean about getting off social media, man. For everyone's good.
No, I don't need
yours more than anyone.
I'm just going to refocus and stop dealing with these turds.
Yeah, refocus, man. Oh,
yeah. I appreciate that, and I think you might be right because okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, take it.
I just thought you were on, Kenny. So, Kenny, what were you guys discussing? Bad musos.
What was that?
Were you discussing bad musicians?
Oh, yeah.
Because I walked in halfway through that going...
okay, let's see here. Cheryl, would you like to see some of the albums I played on? Really? It's so funny how these people who have not a clue what they're talking about. Seriously. Where do these people come from? That's amazing.
Cheryl,
on a few albums. And I'm an adjunct with Berkeley Music's or Berkeley School of Music. Not for their school proper, but for their nonprofit wing. I'm that's just very, very new. So yeah, I know who musicians are. The same I know who theologians are. Because I've studied it for about 30 years. I mean, I hope I would. I mean, if I go to the doctor, I really hope that individual is studied as carefully as I have. Certainly. And if he has the confidence to do my surgery, I'm not going to call him prideful. I'm going to say, thank God this surgeon has some confidence in what he can do. These people are just really dumb.
Yeah, well, I had my knee reconstruction done in 2004 of my knee, so my surgeon... Okay,
Cheryl, come on in here. Have you seen a little short that I put up where I'm doing a polyrhythmic pattern where I'm playing 2/3 and I'm actually doing 6 different rhythms with my body? Could you please provide me with a transcription of the musical rhythms that I'm doing in that short that's just on my channel? If you can't do that, shut up. Sorry,
I
had to get
once
that
took
there,
a
Andrew.
photo. I once took a photo for my mate of Herman Lee and Sam from Dragon Force when we met them.
Yeah, I'd like this Cheryl individual to come in here.
This is the one that Smokey's not sure whether
Okay,
it's a boy.
Cheryl, I apologize if you were not talking about me and I went off on you. It's just because I just don't have patience for the level that I am experiencing here on YouTube. See, you all live in a fantasy world. I live in a real world, and I'm coming over to your world. See, I don't need to come and get any kind of personal satisfaction or a pat on the back here. I'm good. God has blessed me beyond imagination. I thought I would come over here and do some good, and it looks like I am doing some good because so-called Christians like to poke fingers and like to run with things they have no idea what they're talking about. But anyway.
I'll second that one.
Okay, Cheryl, if you know a lot about drumming, and go ahead and accurately assess my abilities after you see the video that's on here called Where's the One? Let's see if Cheryl knows what she's talking about. Let's see here. Why do I make these statements? We don't live in a fantasy. Oh, I don't even know what that means. But go ahead, Cheryl. Let's see if you know drumming. Because, I just like to call these people out. I've never said anything that I can't back up.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cheryl, if you can back up, go for it.
Well, I mean, just to back you up too, Kenny, you can know a lot about drumming and not play the drums.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, they're the coaches that coach the gymnasts.
Yeah. Oh, they don't have a
What
clue.
are they? Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting, Cheryl. Come on in. And because you're particularly poking at me and like to come in, I've never even dialogued with you that I know of. But somehow you're here, flapping your lips. So I want to see if you can cash the check your mouth has just written.
It's like the football coach who doesn't know a thing about football coach is a football coach.
Yeah, I really have nothing to say except Rob has done a lot music-y. Yeah, he has. I got to mute, sorry.
Yeah, no, you find music. Music is one of my many interests, or aspie interests, I should say, something I've explored beyond all levels. And I can talk about that because I'm a bassist and I'm a ukist.
That's right. I mean, do you see how dumb these people are? Cheryl, could you maybe show us a video of your musical greatness? Please. And then if you could you post an album or anything Rob has done? And then I'll post a couple albums I've done. And let's see where the musicality is. I'm just saying, as a musician, nothing more, nothing less. Rob is a poser. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know. I probably shouldn't even pick on him. But I'm just saying that somebody who's such a poser musically has no business leading worship. But I'm going to let him stay down there because they deserve him, apparently. I'm not going to shake up that apple cart. They deserve him. I don't want him going anywhere.
Yeah, no, you know.
Okay, so let's see where we got here. Oh, Nikki, would you come in here and share your story so Cheryl can hear you?
Yep.
Yeah, because these people are ding-dongs. They really are.
They think they know things.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's
okay,
like they're a
the link's
RAV4.
coming.
It's like they're a RAV4 and they're going off-road. Good luck with that one.
Okay, she says I'm sure she's heard it. Well, then Cheryl is actually defying all women everywhere by poking at me, defending the fact that Nikki was talked to very inappropriately by Mr. Thicky. So we're supposed to believe this so-called woman he had on there, who's the real victim, when Thick Shades actually insults a victim, a real victim. I don't know if the person on Thick Shades is the real person or not, but I know Nikki, and Thick Shades is evil. And Cheryl, for you, for one moment, to stand against Nikki, who stands with me, you should be disgusted. Yeah, I know, it's really nuts.
Yeah, well,
Really
CJ
nuts,
went
Cheryl.
after her too. He really went after her.
Yeah,
in
where
that
did I name
video
call
that-
there, Just Me, Teresa C? Where did I name call? I don't know name calling. Go ahead, Nikki.
Well, hello there. It's good
Well,
to see
hello.
you guys.
See you
I'm
again.
sad to see the nutballs in the chat, but I guess if they need to hear it again, I will say it again.
Yeah, please do. Tell us your experience with Thick Shades as a
He
true victim that
is
I have verified
absolutely,
and Shep has verified.
he is absolutely disgusting. I went in to give a part, sorry.
Well, of course, Just Me, Teresa C. People are dumb. What's wrong with that? If you're dumb and I say it, what's wrong with that? I can actually verify that the people I've corresponded with, of course, not Cat Earth, but most of these people are dumb. Sorry, Nikki.
Sorry, I had the YouTube playing, so I was very confused for a second. Sorry. So I was giving just a part of my testimony, right? Because I know if I give my entire testimony, this person will use it against me. And he would have if I would have let Sister Erica give her story and I stopped her because I knew exactly what he was trying to do. Now, I literally gave my story. I was a 12-year-old who was groomed, literally groomed, brainwashed, literally. My parents didn't know anything about it. There was no, oh, he might be this age or he might be that. My parents had no idea. That's how they work. Number one, okay? I know this from experience. They're not going to go talk to the parents. Number two, I have never been told something about my abuse that, as Sticky said to me, he told me, I really don't even want to say it out loud because it hurts my soul. He honestly had the balls, yep, I said it, to say he felt bad for my abuser. He didn't feel bad for me, the victim. He felt bad for my abuser, who spent 9 years in prison, not on probation, not allowed to leave. He went to prison because there was proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Well, that's better. That's a better result.
And I have been showing empathy because I've been going into other people's chats and stop for a second. Stop for a second.
I don't even know what that word means.
Stop for a second. Because I've gone into random people's streams. I don't know who CJ Cox is. I don't know who all these people are. I just randomly see them talking shit. And I'm like, and I watched that interview. And what I took from it, I don't give a fuck what the bitch said. I don't care. What happened, what happened, and that's with God and Smokey, God and Josh, God and whoever. Not between us. It needs to be dropped for her sake. Whether she is a victim or not, she asked for everybody to drop it. And they will not quit, which in turn makes us not quit. So we're constantly in this stupid battle of who's the bigger victim, or who's the better Christian, or who believes correctly, or who doesn't use the F word. Come on, you guys. We're adults. And if you're not an adult, you need to just get off YouTube.
Well, you need to find maturity.
Hey, Shep, as the fiance of Nikki, do you have anything you'd like to add? Okay, just me, Teresa C. Why you call bullshit hair and not with thick shades? On what basis do you differentiate between the bullshit you're saying and what might actually be bullshit that you could possibly calling bullshit that which is true? Please give me the differentiating principle by which you know for certain that what's going on here is bullshit. Please. You see these kind of people, they just push me the wrong way. Sorry. I didn't mean to say bullshit in front of you, Nikki. I apologize. Okay, let's see. Brian Chandler says, didn't Nikki D say Brother Bill, okay, Brother Bill, murdered his daughter's soul? Well,
I
Brian,
don't know who that is. I don't
Okay,
even
so-
know who Bill is.
there you go, Brian. You are, once again, spreading some gossip. Now, somebody, I guarantee you, is going to take this right here and use it as if Nikki said it herself. People, we have, thank God for the illustration right in front of our eyeballs, how this nonsense goes.
And
Thank
let
you,
me make it clear, I
Jesus.
don't know any of these people. I don't know Cheryl. I don't know any of the people that hang around any of the. I don't know Thick Shades. I'll be respectful enough to at least give him Thick Shades.
Because Smokey flatly refuses. Right now,
Prison, not probation.
Not probation.
Prison. You don't get to leave.
A plea bar.
Hear the rain? I'm sitting in my car so as to not disturb Aunt Linda, who's trying to rest, when I start yelling at heretics and demons.
Yeah. Heretics and demons are all over the place, Kenny, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
And unfortunately, they have.
Shep, are you there now? Because
he's been talking this whole time and didn't realize that he was muted. Yeah, I had to help him out. Yeah, we lost. Yeah. Help him out. Now, just me, Teresa C. I understand that if they actually had any kind of evidence to put away a pedophile, they would do it. So, not sure what a plea bargain would be if the crime is so heinous for 20 years later to have 36 months or so, or whatever it is, or 10 years or whatever, on this so-called registry. And then all of a sudden you're not a danger to society, but 20 years prior, nothing. So that seems fishy to me off the get-go. If this person was a danger, they should have got this person years ago. And there would be victims, a chain of victims that should stand up.
Yeah, because, and this whole thing about she waited 20 years to turn her victim in. I turned my victim in right away. Now I got a bad result out of it because when the police were called, they came.
You mean the victim? You mean the victimizer of you?
Yeah, the person who abused me.
Yeah.
And so when the police were called, it was downplayed. And so that's why I don't trust the system, because the system is crooked. And it's crooked for the purposes of fake victims.
All right, let me put this out here. Okay, I didn't come out right away when I was abused. I actually lied to the police because I thought I cared for this man, because this man had brainwashed me so badly. Okay, I literally lied to the police. But I got to the point where I was like, you know what? This is disgusting. Something's not right if all these adults are telling me something's not right. So yeah, I did tell pretty close to right away. It didn't take me very long. I mean, I was 11, 12 years old. It didn't take long to one-up me from a cop. And he got prison right away. There wasn't any 20-year wait. There wasn't, oh, we're not going to go to court because we don't want to put Nikki in court. They didn't need to have me in court. They had all of what I needed to say. My mother went for me. So that narrative right there, that her mother and they didn't want to deal with the trial, maybe her mom didn't want to. My mom was woman enough.
Hey,
to go and
tit for
stand up.
tat, right there, stick shit, tit for tat, right? You get what you put out.
If you're going to put a victim out there, put a real victim out there. Because that didn't sound like no real victim at all. As a victim myself, there would be no way I would sit through questions and answers about my abuse unless it was to help another person who may be in this situation. Obviously, this is an ongoing thing with this person. Whoever it is, whether it's Josh, Smoke, whoever it is, it's obviously not an ongoing thing. Or he would be in fucking prison. I hate to yell, but he would be in prison. Yes, there are chances and things and rare occasions where the rapists aren't sent to prison. But I will tell you right now, if they have the proof and they have a parent who is willing to stand up in court for their child, they will go to prison. And I know that from experience. And another thing, my abuser tried to come back after getting out of prison to brainwash me again. Now, do you see Smokey going and trying to brainwash anybody? Because I'm sure she would have said if he ever, contacted her again, right? I did. Right away. So this obviously is an ongoing thing with whoever this person is.
Never to be a liar, but you don't know her at all.
I'm a liar, but you don't know me and I don't know you. So tell me, how am I lying? Give me one example of where I lied, honey. Please. Please, give me just one instance of where I lied in any of that.
Exactly, Guru. We both were in there, and a victim is not going to laugh about any trauma. And she did. That's why I think it's fake.
You will never hear me giggle after seeing my abuser's face.
No, I'm wrong. That's the biggest one. And I apologize, and God forgive me. But you're not going to sit there in a 3-hour stream and giggle and converse about it like it's some talk over a dinner table.
What did she say then, Cheryl? Let's bring out the semantics and in the wordplay and,
Sometimes peeps laugh when they're nervous. Yeah, that's true. But
no.
They don't do it continuously once they realize the seriousness of the situation. I have boys. They both laugh when they're nervous, especially when I enter the room and they're in trouble. I'll be sick for Jesus then.
Quit calling people kids and come on. We are adults. If you can't act like adult, again, get off of YouTube. The echo's me, sorry. If I don't mute my mic, it picks him up, sorry. I would never in a million years be able to even get the sound of a giggle out of my throat seeing my abuser's face. I don't care if it was a tiny giggle. I literally could not.
I'm sorry, Nikki. I'm sorry. I'm going to block Cheryl unless she comes in the stream and talks to you because I'm tired of this.
Cheryl is a keyboard warrior that has no guts to come in. Cheryl, come in or shut your mouth. I'm blocking you. I love Nikki. I love Shep. And you're a disgusting individual for even questioning her testimony. Why don't question Thick Shades? Oh, it's somebody who's really a victim that you want to question. Come on in, Cheryl, or
They
you're
literally,
blocked.
they do. They want to
Sorry,
question how I was abused to see if it's true or not. When how I was abused doesn't
No,
prove
what they
anything.
want is another person that they can take and spread all of their business all over the world, because that's what gives them pleasure. They want to
Now,
know
let me
about
give you
other
guys
people's.
some.
They want to know about other people's problems and drama in their life, because that's what they feed on. We've tried to
Right.
stop all
Let me
this.
point something out
They
before I forget
continue with
there,
the name
Shep.
calling. They continue with the perpetuation of the drama, and then they come and accuse us of perpetuating it.
Yeah. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes.
Somebody called, cut off my mic, and I'm trying to get it back. Let me tell you this. Thick Shades has minimal viewers. Most of them are actually him. So what are the chances of the so-called victim to see that her quote unquote information was out there on the YouTubes? The chances of this individual who is actually the victim finding her case mentioned in such a way on Thicky's channel, really? Thicky is the most obscure personality on YouTube that I've seen. But if you have some sinister connections, you'll know Thicky. Has anybody thought about that? Is that not interesting? That somehow, if this person is who they say they are, that somehow on a random search, she would have to actually punch in her name, somebody else's name, to actually connect the two, that her case was being spoken about. So is that not an interesting dynamic to this as well? But you see, people don't think, they buy into it and then they run with it, but they don't question the fundamental issue that's engaged. How are Thicky, or how did Thicky get in contact with the so-called victim? Well, the victim told us that she was doing some sort of search or whatever and found her information that concerned her on the most obscure YouTubist on YouTube. Give me a break.
Okay, and you don't think that I'm nervous telling my story? You don't think that
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
this is
I mean, these
terrifying?
people question
Because
you.
I
And
know that they will use it
unbelievable.
against me. Everyone that I've ever told has, which is fine. They will. I'm easy to take advantage of. I don't care. Honestly, I'm happy to have a soft heart. And I will live with this soft heart for the rest of my life.
On that issue, Nikki, are you rich? 'Cause,
Not at
boy,
all.
I could use $1 million.
I barely got a
What
cent
$1
to
million
my name.
would mean to me? It would make me feel so good.
I know money. Oh yeah, money and stuff. Money and
Yeah.
stuff. No, there's no
Until
money
you
or
spent
stuff
it.
in the world that could make me act the way that these people
Hey,
are acting.
Shep. I'm sorry, Nikki. Shep, go after this Vanguard 19, please.
Oh, if she said she's got all the feelings and everything, I'm the stone cold fucking door that you meet when you get to her. So go ahead, keep messing with her.
Do you see what's on the screen? This Vanguard 19 said,
I don't care what
believe
this
you are
person
not
says.
telling
This
the truth,
person's
Nikki.
nothing to me. This person's nothing to me.
No, you need to rip him a new asshole is what you need to do. Please do.
That's what his father does to him every night. I can't do any worse than his father does to him.
No, he can't do anything
I
worse
can't
than
laugh
what
at that.
he will get for saying something like that to a true victim. And I'm not even sad that some random can say that, because it's just some random. I don't know who you are. I don't care.
I think that's Thicky
It was
himself.
Thick Shades that said it. That's why I'm upset.
Yeah, the loving Christian. That's Thick Shades.
Yeah, I think this is another of his personality things, for lack of a better
Yep,
word.
it's a sock account. We all know this. He makes it pretty
He says Josh
anonymous.
Pate.
Yeah, it's the account that he uses It's the account he uses so he can come into rooms and perpetuate and poke, and
I got no time for
he
it.
loves to draw out the anger in people. That way he can go, see, they're not a Christian.
Yep.
He just did
Because
that. If you
Christians don't get
scroll up,
angry.
he literally just did that exact thing.
Let me quote a scripture. Romans. The wrath of God is revealed against all the ungodliness and righteousness of men who suppress the truth by their unrighteousness. God is angry. Why? The unrighteousness and the ungodliness. Let me unpack that for you folks that are biblically ignorant and theologically stupid. The wrath of God, the word there is orge. We actually get orgy from that word. So it's actually a passionate anger comparable to that sexual drive that is unhinged in orgies. Now, God is angry, orge, against the avikios and vesivia, I believe that's the word, of the unrighteousness and the ungodliness of men who suppress. They push it down. And how do they push it down? By their unrighteousness, their avikios, their non-right relationship with God. Now, orge is a passionate term, and it is directed against two things: unrighteousness, avikios. Now, if you want to take the 10 Commandments and take the last 6, now this has to do with our relationship with our fellow man. And one of those is bearing false witness. Now, the first 4 commandments are what would be the ungodliness, their impious attitude, their lack of piety toward God. And actually, the Apostle Paul reverses the effect and the cause, because the cause is their ungodliness, which is the effect of how they treat other people. Because if they were rightly related to God, they would treat their fellow man in the right way. Now, some of you are saying, but Kenny, you treat your fellow man like dirt. You've called these people such and such and such. Now, I do that because these people are engaged in utter wickedness, and I am participating in the anger of God, the orge of God, against the unrighteousness. What is the unrighteousness? False freaking accusation, people. Now you got me pissed as I'm walking through God's word. Now, let me tell you, scripture is very clear that the Lord himself is a man of war. He battles, he fights. I fight, I battle. The battle cry has been given. I will defend those people that are true Christians and truly love the Lord with my life. Come at me, you demons. Come at me, you ignorant people. I am not afraid. I know in whom I have placed my trust and my faith. I am nobody but an ambassador with the authority and the word from God himself, from heaven, penetrating the darkness that I see. And by the authority of Jesus Christ himself, I am calling you people out. If you are against me, you're against God himself. Not because I'm anybody, because I have humbled myself before the living God of the universe. If you want to fight him by fighting me, go ahead. Because actually, it's the demons that treat you people as a puppet master. You guys are the puppets. Wake up, smell the coffee, and find out who you serve. Jesus Christ is coming back soon. I don't know when. It could be another 200 years, but let me tell you, the wickedness has rised up in the land. Go ahead, Nikki.
Vanguard is literally asking me for evidence of my abuse. Can we put that on display on how disgusting that is? You never asked Satori for any evidence. Not once.
Right. And let me just say duck him or her.
Yep, duck ya.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine.
It's not a duck.
I don't know about you. The Lord's gonna look at me and see a whole different thing than they see with you. And you can bring in your whole brood. You're not going to break a Jesus loving woman. I'm sorry. You will not. You will not break a Jesus loving man like Kenny, like Shep, like Smokey. Smokey may be a vulgar man and talk vulgar. Who fucking cares? He has Jesus in his heart. And if he has enough Jesus in his heart that he can say that he has a pastor, there is no Christian that's going to say they have a pastor if they don't have a pastor. And if they do, they're disgusting. And they will be found out by Jesus. It's none of our business. Again, even that in itself is none of our business. But y'all making it your business. Now tell me, how do you not see how sick you're being? How do you not take a step back and say, whoa, I don't need to tell you my criminal's name. You sick motherfuckers. I don't need you to look it up. It's none of your business. The only business you have is what I tell you. And you can believe it or not. I don't care. I know what I went through. I don't care if you know or not. I know Kenny can tell it's real. And that means a lot to me. I see Kenny and I respect Kenny. Because if any of this is true, he is standing by a brother in Christ for the simple fact that he loves his fellow brother. I'm sorry you have to go through this, Kenny, and I'm sorry that they have to come after you. And they have to come after everybody that they go after personally. It doesn't have to get personal. I made it personal enough, did I not? I'm not going to give
Hey, I want you, I'm sorry.
I'm not going to do that. I don't need
Right.
to shame my abuser. I'm not that petty bitch.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kenny.
I'm sorry, Nikki, but Mary Titus said something. I went ahead and blocked her, and a lot of my friends know what's there. Mary herself is a victim. I want to say that. I have the utmost compassion for Mary. She has been groomed as somebody to be sexually taken advantage of. And the demons actually text me and have been harassing me nonstop for weeks and weeks and months. Pray for Mary. The name of the demon in her is Jezebel. The demon Jezebel goes by the pronoun he. Okay, I've been praying for months, and I'm going to put this out there since Mary decided to open her mouth, or maybe the demon did. Okay, I love Mary Titus. She's an absolute victim. Nikki, only you could maybe reach her. I just blocked her, but I will put you in contact with her if and only if she stops her man-hating, confesses it, and repents of it. But this demon Jezebel, and there's a lot of other demons there, and I call you out, Jezebel, in the name of Jesus Christ. I come against you, and you must shut your mouth. You showed up into my hotel room, me and Smokey. I know who you are. My wife, Tammy, has told me for months, don't talk to Mary, because she knows the entrapment that's there by the demons. Now, because Tammy's more concerned with the sexual nature and the entrapment of the demon that's behind this, she says, don't respond. Now, I know when Mary responds, and I love her as a daughter. I'm a father. I'm not someone that sees women as sexual objects. I'm a father. When Mary talks to me, I talk back to her. But when the demons chime in, I shun them. And all I do is say, I'm praying. So Mary Titus, please. Anyway, go ahead, Nikki.
Okay. My abuser doesn't need protection.
Cheryl, I'm sorry. Cheryl, if you say, oh my, then you don't believe in the spiritual realm as Jesus said. He said, I saw Satan fall from heaven like lightning. If you don't think Cheryl, I call out the demons that are in control of you. And I rebuke you in the authority of Jesus Christ. You are blocked, and I cease to deal with you any longer.
And I will no longer
Go
be
ahead.
asked for evidence for my abuse. If I see that, you best watch yourself. Because this is no BS story. And I used to be a crazy little bitch. You don't want crazy little bitch coming after nobody.
Nikki, please don't refer to you as that, because you're not.
Oh, I was. I used to be. I was a crazy little demon. And I repented of all of it. And I'm trying not to be that person, but this is making me so upset that anyone, I never called the lady a liar. I don't know. I would never call.
And for the record, I said nothing, but I don't know about who that was.
Exactly.
But I do know, as you pointed out, victims don't laugh.
They don't giggle in the face of their abuser. I know that. If I saw a picture right now of my abuser, I'd probably start crying. Just for this, I'd go into flashbacks and all of that. That's PTSD. That's actually what that is. It's not giggling at the wrong times. It's not sitting through an interview with some random person on YouTube about your abuse. It's a woman coming with her testimony to show you that there are many, many, many perspectives in life. And if you only see through your perspective, you're not going to get very far.
Nikki, God bless you, sister. You are a jewel. And I'm sure Shep will agree. But God bless you, sister, for your strength and your courage to call out the BS that we all know is before us.
There will be no human that will ever be able to take away the love that I have for Christ. And the love that I have for Christ means I show compassion. I show forgiveness. All of these things in the name of Christ and no other reason, not to make any of you happy or sad or whatever. I do what I do for my Lord. I would hope our Lord, but I don't think you guys follow the same Lord. Obviously, or you would not be talking to a victim the way that you're talking. I don't care what your feelings are against Smokey. My story has nothing to really to do with Smokey other than the fact that it's similar. Literally, the circumstances were literally super similar. I thought I was in love. The man thought he was in love. Now, I don't know if Smokey is Josh, but I'm guessing that was the case because it happened to me. So I understand how that could happen. Not that I feel for my abuser. I don't wish anything for my abuser. The Christ in me wants to wish nothing but good for him.
Hey, Nikki, Loving Christian
doesn't.
is either Andy or Vicky. Go ahead and respond, please.
Which one?
I put it on the screen there.
Oh.
This is either Vicky, Andy, or Bill.
Oh, I don't dog anybody. I'm not even really dogging her. I just think the way that she handled herself is very, it honestly made my soul feel very weird. Because as a victim, I could never think of ever doing that for any reason unless it was to help somebody, and she wasn't helping anybody other than maybe herself. to clear up the fact that you guys were saying she was 6 years old. You guys are sick. And then you're gonna feel bad for that victim. But I'm gonna actually share my testimony and you're gonna call it BS or whatever. Or that I'm sympathizing. I'm not sympathizing with anybody. I don't wish anything bad because that's Jesus in me. And you should be the same. If you have Jesus in you, that's how you should see it. And if you don't, then you do not have Jesus.
Okay, now this is very interesting because I'm an obscure person on the internet. I've got 150 something subs. So this person, Trust Me, Teresa C, claims to be the mother of somebody who is Smokeys' victim. So, Dr. Kylo Ken, when are you doing a stream to address the absolute sorrow Smokey caused my daughter? Not the daughter parting with the Lord, but the daughter that is learning. I mean,
wait,
I have
I'm
no idea what that
partying
is.
with
Hang on,
what
that's-
now? I'm partying with what, ma'am? Your daughter's a victim, and you're gonna say what to another victim?
Yeah, that's Bill's wife.
Yeah,
think.
come on in, Teresa. Go ahead, or whoever you are.
Come in.
Talk to Nikki. Yeah, please.
I won't. I don't need to fight. Again, I have Jesus in my heart. I don't need to fight. I can discuss.
Yeah, and just to point this out, do you think that a pastor who's fighting against a wolf or a lion coming against his flock is nice? Really? I mean, these people are saying all kinds of stuff about me. And I'm supposed to be nice when I see wolves and lions coming after the people I love? Really? Give me a break.
Yeah, I'll second that one.
Yeah. Sadly, this is a perfect example of the people that went along with Jesus, and as Jesus was doing his thing, he had people in his ear going, "Don't do that. Why are you doing that? Those are scum. Why are you doing that with scum? Why are you hanging out with the worst of the worst?" And Jesus said, "Because I love them." But I'm not supposed to be like Jesus. I'm supposed to be like these people and criticize and denounce and mark and avoid, and any Christian that shows any kind of, sin, I'm supposed to just kick them to the curb, right? I'm not supposed to love my neighbor. As Thicky tried to explain to me, that it only applies to brothers and sisters in Christ. I call bullshit. Yes, they were talking to brothers and sisters when they were saying that. But Jesus said, who is greater than Paul, love your neighbor. He didn't say love your Christian neighbor. He didn't say love your Jewish neighbor. He said love your neighbor as yourself. Love your enemies. Take the splinter out of your eye before you try to go for the mote in your brother's eye. This is what I
Come
see.
in, just me,
But maybe
Teresa
I'm
C.
just blind. Maybe I'm just blind. Maybe God has put salve over my eyes to keep me blinded to what's the truth in the world. Maybe truth is joining up with the mob and just running a single person down into the ground until they just have no will to live and they kill themselves. Maybe that's what I should do.
Hey, Nikki. Hey, Nikki, is just me, Teresa C, your mother?
I don't know.
Hell no.
Because she
My
just
mom
claimed to
would
be.
rip these people a new one. Like they would
Yeah,
cry
yeah. See,
if my mom had anything to do with this. So
How
no, I would
can
never
she
bring my
be?
mother into this. She would
Come on.
literally
She's Bill's
expedite
wife.
She's
every
so
woman
dumb.
and fuck you all up. I mean, she is
Yeah,
a Christian woman, but
don't go into this pit of vipers, because we are wise as serpents. And it ain't got nothing to do with the devil. And that's what you are afraid of. That's why you keep coming back. That's why you keep ridiculing. That's why you keep accusing. Because those devils on your shoulders keep telling you they're liars. They're defending a sinner. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, maybe
Teresa's saying that
maybe
she
I
is
should
this-
apologize.
Sorry, Kenny.
She says at Nikki, she's my daughter. Okay, the my, I misread that. So Teresa, come in. Is the victim on Thick Shade stream your daughter? And did you know that she was a man chaser and chased older men if you are indeed her daughter?
And you know what? As a
Well, then
13-year-old, that's what I was
and we
doing.
know your supposed name.
Hold on, Kenny. That's what I was doing. I was looking for any attention, good, bad, or ugly, because I wasn't getting it where I was supposed to be getting it. So part of it isn't all on my abusers. He was a grown man, but not all of it is on him. I had a part to do with it. I would have never met him had I not been not doing what I was doing.
You know, I'm sorry, Nikki. I find it interesting that if so-called Teresa
excuse me, Kenny. I'm sorry. I don't mean to undertalk you, but this I can has Pusky. Great name, by the way. Very Christian. The court needs evidence. Is the court a sicko? What court? The court that Nikki went to has already been done. It's already been sentenced. He done his time. It's over with. Now, you're not a court. You're a citizen of wherever the hell you are. And it's none of your business what the details are, unless you're a sicko and you need the details so that you can go to your bathroom later and jerk it. That's the only reason somebody would want evidence who's a citizen, a peon. Why would you want evidence of someone going through torture? Do you get off on that? That's why it makes no sense for a victim to get on somebody's channel on YouTube and spew all of this stuff about what happened to them and who did it and who they don't know who is. By the way, they never confirmed that Josh was Smokey. She said, I cannot confirm that Josh is this Smokey saint that everyone is talking about, unquote. So come on. Even if it was, why are you taking all of your energy and putting it into this and taking away that energy from time that you can spend with Jesus?
Just so you all know, if Teresa C is actually supposedly the mother of the supposed victim of this guy named Josh, number one, I want to say, how in the world could she find such an obscure channel with 150 subscribers? Number one,
because somebody directed her to it. Because somebody directed her to it. She did not just happen to come across it.
Teresa C, you do know that you can click the link and the call is free. Yeah. And Teresa C, we're dealing with issues in the United States. And I know, knowing the details involved, that this is not an issue in the UK. So whomever you're talking about, which I assumed is either the supposed victim on Thicky Shay channel or Nikki. And so since I'm not clear on who is your daughter, then you need to come in, which just click on it. Very easy. You don't need a phone. You don't need to do anything. Click on it, come in, and explain to me what you're actually talking about. I've never said anything against Wild Eden. I don't have any idea what's going on.
Okay, so
but if Wild Eden, I think
I'm guessing Bill's wife, ex-wife, whatever, who lost their child. Now that has no relevancy in this conversation. I'm sorry that you lost your child. I truly am. I don't think any of us are not sorry that you lost your child, no matter what hate or dislike they have for you. they may say it, you know, in the moment, but I highly doubt anyone would truly actually mean it. Because child, that's not something. I mean, Smokey may have been vulgar with it. I don't. That is what it is. But we
Yeah, I mean,
have
Teresa, if
not
you're
ever.
honest, you know that Bill and I talked, and you know that you guys had my utmost sympathy, and I have publicly reprimanded Smokey for it. So I don't know what you're talking about. And if you're bringing up old sins that I dealt with Smokey about, and he has dealt with it between him and I, why are you saying that? Because that's very unchristian.
Smokey has supposedly done this, but no, that's not true, loving Christian. Just, jigs, what the heck are you
Okay.
trying to do?
I just want to point something out here. I'm going to read from the Old Testament and the New Testament. Old Testament, Exodus 21, 23 through 27. And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth or his maidservant's tooth, then he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. Okay, eye for an eye. Those are the law of Moses, right? But what did Jesus say? Well, let's go find out what Jesus said. Matthew 5, 38 through 48. And I hope all of you are listening. If you're not, I understand why. Matthew 5, 38. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist an evil person. But whosoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. And if anyone wants to sue you, take away your tunic, let him have your cloak also. And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn away. He's not talking about just brothers and sisters, by the way. You have heard that it is said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But Jesus is saying, but that means he took all that away before. Here's something new. I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those that hate you. And pray for those that spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on evil and the good, and sends rain on the just and the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you got? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet your brethren only, what do you more than others? Do not even the collectors do so? Therefore, you shall be perfect, just as your Father in heaven is perfect. Love each other. Oh, I'm lying, but I'm reading from the Bible. So the Bible's it's a liar, right? So what I'm doing by not perpetuating drama and loving people is what Jesus told me to do. So therefore, doing what Jesus told me to do is wrong. Huh. Well, then I guess I should just go back and live under the Old Testament and the law of Moses then, right? Let's see how far in heaven that gets me. I'm
Are you a
preaching at
Jew?
all of you, Teresa. I'm preaching at all of you. Every single one of you. But yeah, I expected you to take yourself out of that equation.
Yeah, everybody needs correction but them.
I've said enough, Kenny.
I'm
I've said
sorry,
enough,
folks,
Kenny.
but
If the
Yeah.
Bible and Jesus' own words don't convince these people, nothing will. God could come down and stand in front of them, blind them like he did Saul, and they would just laugh at him and think that they got dust in their eyes.
Exactly. Yeah, let me just point out a few things before we're done, because I don't want to drag this out. No need to. This is probably going to be my last address of this stuff, particularly because I'm moving on. I could care less about these scumbags.
Yeah. By the way,
unless
there is
a
by the way,
couple of
sorry to undertalk you again, Kenny, but there is a Discord that for those that do want to come over to the Discord, it is a safe place away from all of this poison. All of Smokeys followers are welcome there. Anyone is welcome there that is not acidic. Thank you.
Yeah, all we're asking for is actual sincerity. I'm a very sincere person. I'm predisposed to be agreeable. So it really takes a lot to make me want to stand up and fight against anybody, because I will exhaust all means and methods to be one's friend. Now, once that is exhausted, like Standing for Truth, who's come out like a nincompoop, at that point, even though I still want to salvage you, you're a dum-dum to me. And that's kind of where I'm at with all of these people. You know, Daniel, you have already said that you're not very bright. So why don't you stop posting? Because I kind of agree. You're not very bright. Now, I actually think you're one of my fellow brothers who is just a dumb redneck. I happen to be a very rare form of sophisticated redneck. So if you are as dumb as those I know, then why don't you put a mute on your keyboard and shut up? Because you're only heaping judgment on you, Mr. Daniel. I could probably say more, but the fact that you've aligned with some of the scumbags of scumbags that have zero biblical knowledge, zero biblical discernment, that concerns me about you. Now, as far as predisposition, you are still in my likable category. I do kind of like you. But because of your dumbness, I have to put your brain in the dumb category, but who you are as a person into the likable category. So, as you have confessed yourself, you're not very bright. Now, I know this takes a little bit of intellect. So, the confession of not being very sharp, if followed consistently, should be accompanied with, I'll shut my mouth and actually ask questions in humility. When I approach topics that I'm a dum-dum in, I don't talk. Daniel, you shouldn't talk. Because I'm going to tell you all by the authority of Jesus Christ, the time is near. And as scripture says, there will be a sifting. As a matter of fact, the scripture says that there's going to be such a violent shaking that nothing that is not planted upon the foundation of Jesus Christ is going to crumble. So, this shaking, excuse me, swallowed some of my spit, but this shaking is also spiritually. Because in the last days, there's going to be scoffers. In the last days, there's going to be this apostasy. And although in these last days, the apostasy is there, as Elijah was told that there are still 7,000 that are my own, according to election. of grace. So, if we are in the end times, and I would say by virtue of the fact that the United States government has confirmed once again that the angels of God have shown up. The angels of God are the pilots of these quote unquote UFO things. Our government's come out. We have trajectory, speed, all of this stuff. We have an object that can materialize and dematerialize upon will. That is the Genesis 6 scenario. Jesus said, it's going to be as it was in the days of Noah. The wickedness has been unleashed. The signs of the Son of God, or the sons of God, the wickedness that Jesus said is going to come back again in the last days. Not setting dates, I have no idea. But just at the increase of the demonic activity to the point that we can videotape phenomena, and our government and our fighter pilots have seen it. The time is soon. The evil is unleashed. Those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit says to the church. Those who do not have an ear will continue to do what you see in the side chat here, people. You don't have to believe me, but you have been warned.
Kenny, God bless you.
Let's give closing
Here,
statements.
I've got to, I've got to take off. God bless you. And
Sorry,
God bless.
Shep. Daniel, you're a dum-dum. You're admitted dum-dum, Daniel. So why do you think that somebody with a lack of intellectual ability is not the one deceived? You see, it was Eve who was deceived, not Adam. It was volitional for Adam. But for Eve, she was deceived. Now, since you're probably under 30, you're one of those effeminate males that have the brain of a female that is subject to deception. Daniel, don't dare, because I like you, don't dare cross swords with me. I'm an older man. I have a life of failure, which means my pride has been broken. All I have is Jesus. So I speak on his authority, not mine. I quote scripture, not my thoughts, nothing else. Daniel, if you are true to the Lord's, I would shut up and pray for at least a week. Yeah, there you go, Daniel. There you go, buddy. Matter of fact, why don't you come in here? I would like you to come in here now, Daniel, because I want to show everybody what a nincompoop you are. Okay? I'm going to post it again. So come on in, Daniel. I was going to go in and relax, but now you've pushed me. So, Mr. Daniel, come on in. If you have any balls, if you're over 30, come in. You might have some balls. If you're under 30, I'm going to think that somebody has made you a eunuch and a dwarf. So come on in there, Mr. Daniel. I'll be waiting. Oh my gosh, Cat Earth. I'm not bullying Daniel. You came in, you stood your ground. Let Daniel stand his ground. Let him stand his ground. I'm just responding to his pot shots in the chat without any kind of evidence or backing up his assertions. So, Mr. Cat Earth, now you've shown me that you're actually not honest. Because
hold on a second, because the only bullies in here right now are the ones in side chat. Let's make that very, very crystal clear.
Actually, Cat Earth, come in and talk to Nikki for me. I'm actually going to let Nikki talk to you because she's actually smarter than I and has more insight than I.
Dave's channel, and they wanted to overtalk me. And then
come on in here, Daniel or Cat Earth. I won't talk to you whatsoever. I'll mute, and you can talk to Nikki. Okay? So I've called your manliness out. Come on in. If you don't come in, I'm going to say that you're scared of a very tiny girl that's probably under 100 pounds.
Pretty much.
Definitely under 100 pounds. She's 4'11".
And I can climb like a mofo.
There you go. Come on, Cat Earth or Daniel. Come on in. I'm a bully. I'm a bully,
You don't wanna
right?
talk to her. Good.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds like Cat Earth might be a pussy too.
No, he doesn't want to talk to me because I tried to use my woman card in Dave's channel, and he didn't like
Cat
that.
Earth, you've just shown me you're actually not honest. I thought you were honest. I actually liked you. But now you've shown me to be dishonest, or you've shown yourself to be dishonest. You show me you're dishonest. Everybody else knows you're dishonest. Daniel, go ahead and come on in, buddy. Come on in. Okay.
Is that the Daniel that shows up on
I'm
the
not
news
bullying,
channel?
Cat Earth. Come in, dude. Come in. Come in. I'm not bullying. Come in, Cat Earth. Come in, Daniel. Come on, guys.
What do we have?
As
We
a
have nothing
person
to
who was
bully
bullied-
any of you about. Number one.
As
see
a
the
person
kind-
who was bullied through school, this is not bullying.
Same. I agree.
Hello? Am I in here? Oh, you're not bullying me. You just called me stupid, dishonest, blah, blah, blah. That's bullying.
Yeah. But I'm going to let
Stop
you
it,
talk to Nikki,
Kenny.
so I'm going to go to the bathroom. So
This
go
is
ahead.
I haven't come to be bullied by Nikki either. I just came in because you said, "Oh, you're dishonest."
Now,
Okay,
Hey,
so
Nikki,
you're afraid
please,
of a
can you
girl
not undertalk
bullying
me?
you? You're afraid of a girl who's less than
I'm
100
not
pounds
afraid of
bullying
her.
you?
I just
Are
not
you a
interested to talk to
pussy?
Nikki. Is there anything wrong with me not being interested in talking to Nikki? I haven't said anything bad about Nikki. You're the guys trying to bully me. Oh, you have to talk to Nikki now. What is wrong with you guys? Just chill out.
What's wrong with us?
Yes, what's wrong with you? That's
Okay,
madness.
okay.
I'm not bullying you, but you're just really stupid and you're dishonest and blah, 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 blah. Even though we just had a perfectly nice conversation, Kenny, where I was trying to be as nice and understanding as possible. And for you to just turn around and do that and throw it in my face, you got to do some soul searching. I'm not interested in what you got to say.
You're going to get
I'm talking to
undertalked
Kenny
if you
here.
don't stop talking.
You guys are
sorry?
just weirdos,
Whoa,
bro. I've
whoa,
had enough,
whoa,
bro.
whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa.
madness. Bullies.
Now, see, I'm trying to talk to
You actually accused me of being a bully there.
Because you
Cat
were.
Earth, so
You're like
come in
mocking Daniel. What's he done? Oh,
Yeah,
Daniel.
because Daniel
That's terrible,
won't
man.
come in and defend himself. Are you
calling
his
him
husband?
A
Are you his
redneck
husband?
and all this and whatever.
Cat Earth,
It's well
are
out of
you his
order.
husband? Are you his husband?
Are you
his
Smokeys'
defender?
husband, man? What?
No, I am a defender of those who've been falsely accused. I'm a pastor. If you're a Christian, you know that. What's wrong with you? I am
what's wrong with
protecting
me?
the flock against wolves.
Bro, you just
What's
called.
wrong
What did
with
I
you,
do
dude?
wrong? You just called me dishonest and all that because I said you're bullying people. Stop it.
You said Kenny is being a bully.
Yeah, you are being a bully, eh? Like, you're bullying me right now. You're doing it right now.
Oh, I'm bullying you.
You're trying to intimidate me. Oh, you got to come in. You got to talk to
I'm
Nikki. Or
intimidating
you're a
you.
coward. And all this. It's ridiculous.
Intimidation has to have a penalty or something by which you can punish the other in order to intimidate them. So how am I intimidating you?
Because you said, "Oh, you're a coward, and you got to come in. And you're a pussy."
Okay, so
and all
now
this
you're
and
not a
no.
Okay,
So what's,
now
and
you're
you're
not
worried
a
about me
coward.
saying you're a bully. You're just proving my point, Kenny.
Now you're not a coward. You're here.
How
So
can you
we're
be so
standing
delusional?
Mano y mano.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm
I
not a
came in,
coward,
so
you're
I'm not a coward, am I?
Let's stand mano y mano.
Why would I
Set
be
forth
scared
your
of
case.
you guys?
Set forth your case. Go for it.
I did. You'd
The floor
bully
is
me right
yours.
now.
The floor is yours. How am I
I
bullying?
did. You just
What did I
said
bully?
that. You just said that. You just can't because you don't like what people are saying in chat. You said I'm dishonest, which you've got no proof of. So
Exactly. Well, it's dishonest because I'm not bullying Daniel because Daniel said, number one, he wasn't very smart. So on the basis of his own testimony, hey, he told me he's not very bright.
Yeah, but why?
He
so
told
why,
me.
Well, Kenny, all the more that you should be nice to him, then, isn't it?
Bright. I've heard him talk.
So
He's
how
not
do we
very
treat?
bright.
So how do
by
we
the
treat
evidence,
those in
by the
society, Kenny?
confession of an individual, I'm going off of his words. He's not very bright. Is that a bullying by calling out what somebody has said about themselves?
Do you know what? How do we treat people who are less smart than us, Kenny? How are we supposed to pick on them, or do we treat them with a bit more understanding?
If
that's
they're
what you
engaged
think.
in evil,
That's what you think about him
until they come to the truth. You prick their emotions. If you have ever seen my
that's what I just
epistemological
done to you,
analysis
Kenny.
of this, you would know that there are two aspects of the human understanding: that which is emotionally motivated and that which is logically motivated. Once the logic has been spurred, destroyed, and confused the intellect, the emotions are the only way to touch people. Daniel is a dum-dum. I'm going to embarrass him like I'm going to embarrass you because
Kenny,
you are emotional.
You know what you just said then? That's what I just did to you. That's exactly what I was trying to do to you. I just pricked your emotions. And you have just got very emotional. You just got very emotional.
Hey, did you see that
I could just call it was really mild. Compared to what you've been saying about people, it's quite mild to just call you a bully, Kenny.
My intellect is very much intact.
Yeah, well, I don't think it is it? It's clearly you've gone mental. And Kenny,
can't call them emotional.
I just think it's really, really rude. We just had a nice conversation, and you just threw it back in my face. And it just shows you the kind of character you are, man. So I'm going to leave now.
Yeah, the kind of character. Okay, now I'm going to talk because this is my stream. Now let's get something straight. Somebody who's passionate about truth, Jesus Christ. He was so upset by the people that were violating the principle of the temple. They were using issues for their own selfish gain, and he got mad. Do you think Jesus was out of sorts with his intellect because his intellect used his emotions, empowered his intellect for righteous indignation to focus on the injustice? See, we need emotions. I am impassioned, but I'm not emotional. See, because I can bring myself right back down and talk. I have full control of my capacities. It's when my intellect and my sense of what is right and what is wrong, when that gets pricked, I will tend to be impassioned. You see, Cat Earth, if you had any sense God gave a goose, you would have known that I have been talking about the word orge. It's a Greek word that has to do with passion. Now, Romans chapter 1 says that God's anger, orge, is revealed against all the ungodliness and unrighteousness of men. It has to do with how people are treated. Now,
once again, I apologize for under talking you, Kenny, but Bruce is in the back.
Hello.
Hey, Bruce, are you going to be honest?
I do try to be honest. I really do.
All right, then I will give you the benefit of the doubt. Share your heart.
Well, I do feel bad this is going on. I'm listening to it day to day, and to be honest, I recently did just to look. I understand people say some perverted things, they kid around, joke around. I do it too. I mean, I get it, but there's a point where it's just too much. And to be honest, instead of arguing about all this stuff, which I get, I understand why people are worked up. I definitely do, believe me. But the continuation of talking about Jesus coming and orgies in heaven, like I heard this the other night. I'm like,
okay. Wait, Bruce, you're being dishonest. Hold on, you're being dishonest.
Oh no, I'm not being dishonest.
No. I didn't say orgies in heaven. I said orge is a Greek word that means anger. See, you're dishonest. Actually, Bruce, I think you're mentally unable to comprehend what I'm saying, because I said orge is about the passion of anger. The passion. I'm going to give you one more chance, Bruce. If you're dishonest, I'm going to no longer talk to you. Apparently, I don't know why, but you can't follow basic English syntax. Or you came in late and assumed that I was saying something. My goodness, how dumb are you people? Go ahead, Bruce.
Well, I'm pretty darn dumb. I'm not the sharpest.
Yeah, exactly. So why are you even trying to correspond with me if you admit to be dumb? Because I'm not dumb.
Because dumb people do stuff like this. They try to
Right,
correspond and
right.
talk with people that are smart and they don't know any better. How can you know any
Right,
better
right.
if you
Okay,
don't
so
have
now
any
I
brain
corrected
cells?
you. So now try again. So
Okay.
orge is not about orgies in heaven.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all
Okay,
right.
so no, wait. Let's deal with this for a minute.
Could I
Why
better
would you think? No,
explain?
Bruce. Why
No.
would you think? That orge would mean that I was saying that there's going to be orgies in heaven? What is wrong with you, really?
Well, I guess I will explain because I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the ordeal the other night in the
No.
news.
You came in. No. You came in and
I
said
saw
orgies
your
in heaven.
dad at the door.
Okay, Bruce came in and said orgies in heaven, or do I need to be corrected? Can anybody correct me? Nikki, Shep, anybody hear that?
I heard something along those lines. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, Bruce, being dishonest, now correct yourself, please.
Look, bud, I was talking about Smokey and the behavior
You
of
said
the news
orgy in
unit.
heaven, Bruce. Let's deal with that.
They
You're
were talking
dishonest.
about. I'm just
You
saying
said
this whole
orgy.
ordeal.
What did you mean by orgy?
Well, what happened is Dave was talking about.
Oh, good grief. Do you see the stupidity of what I'm dealing with? Holy crap, what is wrong with you people? And Daniel, if you're 17 years old, go suck on your mama's teat and get some more brain nourishment and talk to me when your balls drop. Sorry.
Go out and be a man. Learn to shave and be a man, not a boy who can shave.
I got one thing to say. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, sorry, I didn't know I was on. Hey, man, I was. Look, Dave, you guys were talking
Nothing.
about.
I got one thing to say. You got an issue with me. You come and talk to me.
Yeah, I do have an issue.
Then you come and talk to me, you son of a bitch, and keep your mouth shut. Otherwise, goodbye.
Look, I'm muted constantly here. Yeah, Dave, it really bothered me. Where'd you go, man? I mean, you're talking about Jesus coming and having orgies. Yeah, I think that's sick.
Whoa, dude. Whoa. What did I say about Jesus and orgies?
I'm not talking about you, Kenny. That's your problem.
Then why are you talking about what somebody else said?
Because you're standing up for Smokey, aren't you?
This is me, ding dong. This is me. Talk to me.
Are you standing up for Smokey or not today?
No, I'm standing up for those who say anything against me because I'm protecting a bigger picture, which is a little old grandma scared for her life.
Well, how the hell would I know that? All I know is some guy runs around here calling people bitches, whores, sluts.
Listen, you don't do your due diligence there, Brucey boy. And so you come in spouting your ignorance. People, do your homework before you spout in and show your ass. What is wrong with you? Holy crap. People are dumber than I ever thought. People are dumber than I thought. Bruce, you're dumber than I ever thought.
Hey, bud, I got to go in a minute. I'll just share this with you if I could before I take off. I really got to leave. Look, man, I've listened to this for a year or 2 years, hearing people called bitches, sluts, slags,
Okay,
whores,
Bruce,
faggots,
you're
and
being
everything
dishonest
else.
again. Bruce, you're being dishonest again. Smokey said that is figurative. How many times do we have to spell it out? Now, I don't have the times nor the crayons, Bruce. I don't have the time nor the crayons to explain the fact that language can be used figuratively and literally.
You're a pastor?
Why are you so dumb?
Wait, are you an intelligent pastor or what here, bud?
Yes, I am, and I find a dum-dum who has an agenda.
What's your
and
IQ?
Is stupid and
What
is
is your
big and
IQ?
is
Honest to
wicked.
goodness.
And it
What?
is
Come on.
158.
Well, you got me beat by a couple. I have an IQ of probably about 68, actually. You got me beat by about maybe 100.
I've got you beat by a lot. Now, Bruce, let me explain.
I'm a freaking retard. Smokey said I'm a retard, and damn it, I'm a retard.
You are emotional.
Calm down. Everybody pray now.
Okay, there you go. There's the demon, folks. There you go. There's the demon, guys. There you go. There you go.
Kenny, what kind of music do you like? Hey, you want to talk about sex? Baby.
Oh, shut up.
What's the matter? Is that like too much in your ball field? Like, is that where you like to live, though, isn't it? Anyway, I got to go, guys. Have a good day, man.
Grow a pair when you come back.
Hey, I got a pair. Oh, never mind. You guys are freaking like children. All right. Hey, take care.
There you go.
Yeah, that's dum-dums.
Yep. Yeah. The demon manifesting and then saying, oh, I'm only playing. Or Bruce is just really, really, really dumb and thinks that was funny. I don't know.
Could be potentially funny. It's definitely stupid.
When these guys got a problem with me, make sure you send them over.
Oh, I think I have said that. Let's see here. Daniel, wait till I get in touch with the back. Please do. The director of missions, DOM, his name is Rod, and the association is there in Turlock. It is the Central Valley Association. Now, just so you know there, Daniel, I will make sure that everybody knows that you don't know all the facts. I mean, come on, Daniel. I'm a pastor in good standing. Do you think that I'm wrong by
We're gonna go to this?
pointing
These
out?
guys are really looking for more trouble. Look at this. They're gonna head for the Southern Baptist Convention.
Yeah, because that's what demons do. You embarrass them intellectually or whatever way, then they run off to mama or whatever. I'm going to tell your daddy. Wow. It's very childish, which only proves that Daniel is an effeminate male. Micro evolutionarily pre-selected according to femininity, which is about all males under 30 now in the United States.
You're 17 because you were born 17 years ago. That's why you're 17.
This is weird stuff, man.
This is just nuts.
I'm seeing so much weird shit, man. It's just unreal.
Who closed the asylum of the world all of a sudden?
Don't let these guys rev you up, man. Send them over by me. I'll take care of them.
I'll be honest. After being turned on by Standing, Nicholas, and even CJ, Christianity is not what I want to follow.
Yeah. Do you all see the kind of witness you're giving? Let me tell you, Will Kincaid to this day will not come to Jesus because of you all. So if Will Kincaid goes to hell, you all have him as the blood on your hands because your activities have kept him from wanting to ever identify with Christians.
Actually, Will said something pretty interesting.
Ever.
Actually, I can't remember what he said, Kenny, but Will said something real positive yesterday about Jesus, or 2 days ago or something, whenever he cooked. I don't remember what he said, but I know he said something that's quite positive. So something he was listening to. I can't remember what he said. It had to do with, even in the midst of all this controversy, he said something like, maybe there's something to this Jesus after all. He's thinking, and I'm thinking, I forgot what it was. I honestly forgot, but it was actually something pretty positive, even in the midst of this shit going on.
Yeah, because, the time is near and the Lord is going to separate who's on his side and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
And for the atheists out there, I could care less about what your opinion is. These people who don't even use their real names, think that somehow I care in the slightest their assessment of me. Now, Wild Eden says, I am an atheist. So I could care less what you think there, Wild Eden.
Wild Eden, so scoot off.
Ironically, it's people like Wild Eden that scare me back to Christianity.
Yeah. Now, Spooky, what is it? Bed hair. Now says when you say I'm a pastor in good standing. Actually, that's kind of something I just say because, there is no mechanism since the authorities in the local church in the Southern Baptist Convention. There is no real mechanism except for heresy and moral failure that would keep you from being in good standing. Now, since I've always been a person of morality, I just say that good standing to put it in the nomenclature of you ding-dongs out there. But simply, I have been recognized by the Southern Baptist Convention, and I work in that to this day, and nobody has questioned me in 30 years. So that seems to be a little bit of a continuity. I'm sure a 17-year-old would be laughed away calling the Southern Baptist Convention. I'm sure an atheist calling the Southern Baptist Convention about the mean Pastor Kenny that puts heretics and evil people in their place. I'm sure that's going to carry a lot of weight with people who are committed to Jesus Christ and say that God's word is true, without error, infallible, inerrant, and will last forever. Now, if you agree with me and serve Jesus Christ, we're all on the Lord's side. If you don't, I pray you get saved. If you claim to be a Christian, I pray you're judged for claiming the name of such a holy one and defiling it by your activities.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
And I attended
Daniel,
Baptist.
It's none of your damn business what Smokeys name is. Now, because your balls haven't dropped and you're 17, you're not going to get this. But let me just simply say it's none of your business. I don't know why you people who are so young think everything's your business. I think that's what the internet has taught you all, that everything's your business. Actually, it's not.
Who is this guy, Daniel? I think it's just a...
Oh, he's that redneck dum-dum that likes to, he's going to slap the Jesus out of Smokey or beat it out of him or whatever. He's just some punk kid now.
That ain't even anybody that... I don't think that's even anybody.
No, it's somebody. I think it is.
It's a they got that. Who's that picture of? Is that attorney guy he's got a picture of? That's what it looks like.
I don't know.
It looks like Rob Reed's picture. There's somebody just mucking around.
I don't trust pictures.
There's so many weird names out there now.
Okay, now let me explain to Mr. Dum Dum Daniel once again.
We just block
now, when
them
I say I'm going to bend somebody over my knee or a bench and whip their ass, that's actually not going after somebody. Why do you people not get basic use of language? It is an idiom for my culture to say I'm going to whoop your ass, which means you should be disciplined, which means you need to be straightened out. You need to be corrected. Why are you guys so dumb? You don't get that.
Kenny, this Daniel has got a picture of Rob Reed. It's not anybody. It's not even who it is. You sure?
No, Daniel, you're not blocked. Go ahead and come on in. Let me post the link again. So let me see if you're spiritual, because the scripture informs you to treat an older man like a father. So let's see if you have any spiritual maturity, convictions whatsoever. So, Daniel, let's see how humble you are. Now, I am extremely humble when I deal with an older man. I am a servant. I don't speak back, and I listen, even if I disagree. So let's see how spiritual You are, Daniel. I won't be mean to you. I'll treat you like a son if you show me you're worthy of it. Come on in, Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Come on in, Daniel, please.
He ain't coming.
Yeah, I
And
know
that,
he's not coming.
that ain't a Daniel anyway. He's got that Rob Reed's picture. It's just one of those guys. That ain't Daniel at all.
You know, you can call them out. They're not coming in. we
Well,
know they won't.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that to prove a point. Because once they don't come in, I will ignore them forever.
That's not even a Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel, how are you typing if your laptop's broke? Come on. All iPhones or Androids have speakers. Come on in. I've heard you lots of times, Daniel. Even just last week. So go ahead and come on in.
I don't know. Maybe I don't. I've never seen it. Don't ring a bell.
Well, I mean, there's a person called Daniel who's got a very thick Southern accent that will come up. He told Smokey, I'm going to beat the Jesus out of you or something like that. He does a real dumb.
Oh,
come on in, Daniel.
Sounds pretty stupid.
Yeah. Daniel, come on in.
Come on in.
The water's fine.
Use your iPhone, Daniel. What do you use prior to that? Like last week.
Oh, all of these excuses now. Come on. My laptop died and I got it replaced.
You see the kind of people we deal with?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And these are the people who won't show their face.
Or at least they won't show their voice.
Yeah. Well, just to confirm, here's what I look like.
Come on, Daniel. Daniel, if you can't actually defend your assertions, it's actually a sin for you to make an accusation and not defend it. Because you're being dishonest at this point. You're throwing something out, which is a false accusation, which is I'm preaching the wrong Jesus. Now come in, as is your biblical responsibility, to confront me if you think I'm preaching the wrong Jesus. If you don't, you're a coward. And if you don't, you're a liar. So go ahead and come on in. I know you can go online. Now, if you tell me you're out and about, you can't get home, but I surmise you have your iPhone right there next to your computer. So no excuses. Come on in. Come on, Daniel. I've heard you before. You can jump into a stream when you want, but now I'm asking you to come in, but you can't. That's kind of interesting.
Who's
come on, Daniel.
Jesus.
Daniel, come on. Waiting for you. Okay, Daniel. Then why don't you call me on the phone? And let's patch you in that way. How about that?
You ain't gonna do nothing.
Wild Eden, if a kid hasn't been disciplined all his life and thinks that he can spout off with no knowledge, yes, you do need to put that kid in his place. Because what's going to happen is this kid is going to be a future leader. And if he comes out thinking he can spout things with no knowledge, like the liberals, the Democrats, and Joe Biden, then they're going to screw up America, destroy our economy, put us in a recession, and have a dictator on the other side of the earth doing whatever he wants to do. So there you go, Wild Eden. Support this kind of emasculation of our population. Go ahead and flag my channel for child abuse. I don't know how you'll prove that there, Wild Eden. And now you've given your cards you're just a worthless human being that wants to shut me up, doesn't want to deal with what I'm saying, but actually wants to shut me up. Because you can't come against what I'm saying, so you have to censor me and give a false accusation of child abuse. I've said no such thing against child abuse. I've only argued that mature biological beings reproduce. You're an evolutionist. You know this. You're being dishonest. So Wild Eden, go ahead and do it.
Chip, you recognize any of these people with this dead? Honestly, except Jason, probably.
Wild Eden, Daniel's a dum-dum. I don't know why you would defend a redneck backwards dum-dum who you fundamentally disagree with on every single point except for him talking to me. Thank you for displaying who you are. Mr. Cat Earth, I've already talked to Pmars today. He showed himself to be not honest.
Yeah, Pmar started a massive debacle. I just cannot accept him either. So,
why are you defending somebody, Cat Earth, who called Jesus a transsexual? Why would you defend somebody like that, Cat Earth, if you're actually a Christian? You talk a good talk, and you try to reprimand me. Oh, I thought we got along. I thought all this. I thought all that. Now, what you're doing is you're throwing stuff out that actually shows me your real character. So if you would ever defend a Pmars, it would be because you're of the same spirit that invokes him when he says Jesus is a transsexual. So, Kat, I'll let you come in one more time and defend that. So go ahead, come on in. I'm going to put the stream, and let's see if you could defend your defense of Pmars. So let's do that. Come on in there, or come on in here, and let's just see how uninformed you are about what's really going on around here. Yeah, bullying Pmars. Oh, good grief. I've talked to Pmars. Pmars can come in at any time. If he wants to come in now, he can come in.
Hello?
Yep, you're there.
Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Okay, so you're going to defend somebody who says that Jesus was a transsexual, right?
Hang on, sorry, I've got the other stream playing. Sorry, your stream is confusing me. Sorry, can you repeat what you just said? Sorry.
Yeah, so you're going to defend somebody who says that Jesus is a transsexual, right?
Well, hang on, you're defending Smokey. So
no, I'm not. No. I'm defending a principle of false accusation, a principle of fixed shades, abusing Nikki.
Yeah, okay, but just to make it clear, actually, because I should say, yeah, I'm definitely not defending Pmars calling Jesus a tranny.
Okay, well then why in the world would you say such a thing in chat?
Well,
because I like Pmars. I try to understand
Pmars.
everybody. No. Hold on. You're being dishonest here.
No, I'm not.
No. Listen, man. You have done nothing but stop bullying Pmars.
Yeah.
Pmars is somebody who's come in
everyone.
He has come in and blasphemed the God I serve, and now you're defending him, saying stop bullying him.
Yeah, but the thing is, guys, we're
no. There's no yeah, but. There's no yeah, but. So are you giving
we're trying to understand people? I'm secure enough that comment doesn't bother me by Pmars. I don't need to shout at him.
Okay. So you're secure.
I have my beliefs. He has his. You have yours.
Accusation against Jesus being a transsexual or whatever. You're going to defend that.
Look, the other thing
you say that I'm bullying somebody who openly blasphemes our Lord.
Okay, listen, Kenny. The thing is about Pmars, we get to know is he often says something really provocative, or deliberately says things to get people either think. I think it's quite insightful.
Word every time he comes into a stream, he uses the N-word. How provocative!
Yeah, but the thing is, Kenny, like the thing is,
no. Tell me the intellectual benefit of coming in and saying the N-word all the time.
There's no intellectual benefit in that.
No, stop. Yeah. You defended Pmars. He comes in all the time and drops the N-word.
Yeah, there's no
What?
intellectual benefit in that. I agree with you.
Okay. So if a retard does that, you're going to defend him on the occasion that he might by accident say something of half insight.
But yes, because you defend Smokey when he's been
No, I
horrible.
don't.
Because you think he
Do
says
not
other good
listen.
things.
Do you guys not listen?
Same
I
thing.
said, listen, do you guys not listen whatsoever? I said, I do not support Smokey's antics. I don't support what he has done. But I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, he has been accused of something he has not done. His family is scared for their lives. And why the hell do you not get that, you dim-witted fool?
I do get it. And all I'm
Then
saying is...
shut the hell up. What is wrong with you? Why don't you shut up? If his grandmother is scared to die, why in the hell are you defending anybody who would perpetuate such wickedness? You demon!
Kenny,
what is wrong with you?
Can I talk? Can I talk?
No, you cannot. You've already shown me to be a dishonest person. Holy crap. What is wrong with these people? Good grief. Really? Do you guys not get that? Oh, yeah, I melted down. Okay, do you guys not get that when somebody offends the principle of truth, that only a weakling rolls over? If you think our Lord was a pacifist and a weakling, then you don't serve the same God I serve, because you stand up against wickedness. You stand up against untruths. There are many people out there that know that I'm very passionate. And when you violate my sense of righteousness and justice, which is the big picture, not the particulars, the big picture, which is a little old lady in California, very concerned about what's going on. Pinging has gone on, which is a threat, which means, hey, I know what's going on. I have pinged your IP address, which is a warning to say, I know you, I can find you, and I can kill you. That is the worst interpretation. The least is just threats, but we don't know. So, if anybody has a grandmother or a mother, and they are worried, and if a pastor stands with a mother and a grandmother and says, you people don't know all the facts, and stands up and is angry and has a quote-unquote meltdown because of the wickedness, you guys don't have a clue about life, what it means to stand up for what's right. Let me tell you, if I was the president of the United States, Vladimir Putin would not have breached the Ukraine border. Why? Because I would have sent all of our forces over there to stand man-to-man, face-to-face with the Russians to say, listen, we do not allow you to violate the morality that is agreed upon by all culture, which is you do not kill the innocent. And people, you are responsible. Those that voted for what is going on right now, you are responsible for wickedness, and I see it in its smallest form in what's going on here. False narrative. He's an abuser. Oh, what about all the people he abused? Oh, he's a neo-Nazi. La la la. We're going to go in. We're going to liberate. Do you see the same kind of satanic mindset is behind you all? And it's the kind of nonsense that I hear that I'm bullying Daniel because I tell him he's a stupid fool. Oh, I'm sorry. Might have hurt his feelings, but I might save his life. You know what? If we hurt Vladimir Putin's feelings, there wouldn't be 2 million something refugees fleeing, and there wouldn't be the people dead now because of this pansy attitude. No, I'm not from West Virginia, Daniel. If you had the sense God gave a goose, I just said Turlock, California, Central Valley Southern Baptist Association, Mabel Avenue Baptist Church, 1483 Mabel Avenue, 95337, Daniel. There you go, buddy. There you go. I have no problem whatsoever of laying out everything I've said and done to people that will be my authority. So go ahead, Daniel. Call them on up. My number is 209-380-3009. Go ahead and have them call me up. I'll answer it. So go for it. I also teach at Regent University. So go ahead and call them. And I will guarantee you that those folks who have a little bit of belief in the works of the Holy Spirit, they'll be able to discern exactly what's going on. So go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. You might even put me on the 700 Club, so go for it. I would welcome the, the eyes turned toward me so I could actually show a lot of what's going on in the millennials, those that are under 30, and the kind of toxic Christianity that's coming up. They call it progressive Christianity. And it's a huge movement today. And I am persona non grata in that movement because I call it out for what it is. So go ahead there, Daniel. Go ahead. Because you know what? I don't believe homosexuals can be Christians. And that's what Rob Reed believes. So anybody that wants to defend Rob Reed is actually saying that homosexuals can be Christians and practice it. Daniel, do you believe that? Do you believe that you can engage in all kinds of debaucherous activity, continually engaging in homosexual activity and be a Christian? Well, those are the kind of people you're defending. So thank you, Daniel. Go ahead and call. As a matter of fact, I think you gave away some information. Are you a part of the Southern Baptists of West Virginia or Virginia? No, Daniel. I wasn't born in West Virginia. I was a descendant of a family that came over in the 60s, and I was raised culturally, which people have a hard time understanding why I'm not here from West Virginia, because I am a hillbilly. But my family moved to California. They went to Alameda, California, and then they moved to Manteca, California. My name is Kenneth W. Rhodes Jr. Mabel Avenue Baptist Church is where I pastor. So go ahead and call Central Valley Southern Baptist Association right now. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and warn them, and I will say, my drug problems, Daniel, you mean titrating off of pharmaceuticals and using CBD oil, Delta 8, because of the horrible withdrawals I go through night after night, waking up in the morning in a pool of sweat and not even being able to fall asleep because of the internal angst that I feel. Go ahead there, Daniel. Go ahead, buddy. Yeah. Pharmaceuticals almost killed me. And I thank God that I use cannabis now for what it was created by God for, to help my ADHD and to help my pain and to help me get off the pharmaceuticals and the synthetic drugs that the pharmaceutical companies gave me without telling me the physiological harm that would be done to me. Go ahead, Daniel. Go ahead. Go ahead. Call them up right now. As a matter of fact, I might just call them up and tell them you're calling. So go ahead there, Daniel. Would anybody else like to address Mr. Daniel here?
Well, I would add, I am an epileptic, and the only drugs I'm on are phenytoin, which is otherwise known as Dilantin, because it controls my seizures.
Well, that's horrible that you're using something that helps you.
No, I know.
I happen to be using something that God created, and I just take it, smash it all up, oil fry it. I don't actually do that, but that's what they do. And then I vape it. So that seems like a real drug problem, huh? And you know what?
Yep.
Might as well throw this out there. I drink a beer instead of taking muscle relaxers because I'd rather have a beer than to let the muscle relaxers that dull my brain and make me sleep all day. I'd rather have that. So go ahead, folks. Use it against me. Go for it.
Yep. Of course, one Australian songwriter wrote a song called "The Pub with No Beer."
Okay, so Daniel, why don't you just go ahead and shut up? He says, "Hey, I'm aware of medicine and its effects." Okay, you should stop there. There is no however. There's no however.
Nope.
Okay? There's no however. All things are permissible if used in accordance to one's conscience. So get behind me, Satan. Delta 8 is a miracle for me.
There you go, Neil Morthing again.
Yeah, I don't want synthetic heroin in my body ever again for my pain. I don't want the muscle relaxers. I don't want any of that crap. So go ahead and make fun of me. Yeah, Cat Earth, you know what? Since I have a lot of pain, the very fact that it takes about 1,000 milligrams a day of CBD in order to counteract the opiates that I was on for pain, it works on those receptors, but I still have a lot of muscle spasms. So shut your mouth, you retard. Why judge me of something that I give God praise for? Are you going to dare say that I can't drink a beer when in the Middle East daily, even today, they drink a glass of wine at dinner and I can't use it for its medicinal purposes? When even Socrates himself talked about how the medicinal use of alcohol is a great benefit to mankind. It's only today that people abuse it. You see how myopic these people are? What is wrong with these people? They have no sense of any bigger picture of life except what they've been told.
Well, it just stinks, doesn't it?
Yeah, the dum-dums here are unbelievable. Cat Earth, don't talk to me again. You're not honest. I thought you were, but bye-bye. Okay,
Yep.
I don't drink 23 beers, Mr. Good News Gospel. I don't get drunk. I use it for quote unquote medicinal to sleep. Because for 12 months, I haven't had a good night's sleep except for maybe 10 times. Holy crap. What is wrong with you people? Well, if this is Bill, I heard a clip that said I'm on after a 23 beer fast. So don't be a ding dong and don't lie. We know you're a drunkard. Okay? Yeah, I think I'm done. These people are absolutely. Okay, drinking a beer, Daniel. Do you know that Paul told Timothy to drink a little wine for his stomach? Now, the alcohol content of wine is probably higher than a beer, a 12-ounce beer. And if you take NyQuil, you're probably getting about as much alcohol as you're getting in a beer. So you want to try again there, Mr. Daniel. No, Nikki, I'm not getting riled up. I just want to point out the stupidity. I'm actually not riled up. I'm having a little bit of fun because I've never been in a circumstance where I'm actually the smartest person and these people are so dumb. It's easy. See, the real world is not like this. In the real world, I meet people that are my superior. I meet people that are able to speak into my life. But here on the YouTubes, the IQ is so low that it's kind of a fun thing for me to play with these people. So, oh, good grief, Daniel. Oh my goodness.
Are you guys still on here, Kenny?
Wine's 1%. Is that what you're saying, Daniel? 1% alcohol wine is?
No, it's way more
Or
than
did I
that.
misunderstand?
Or is he trying to say their wine was lowered?
I was just wondering. I can't see everybody that's in here.
Come on in here, Smoke Man. I've had a lot of fun. You're about 3 hours late.
I've had fun. This is the best way to spend a Sunday morning before I go to church.
Yeah, it's fun picking off the dum-dums that think they're spiritual and think they can give me advice.
And
I
you
only
know
take
what, Kenny?
advice. Yeah.
My pastor's name is David Blunden. You can ring him anytime you want. He can be reached at Asgrove Baptist Church. It'll be an international phone call, but you can ask him anything about me.
I don't need to. I know you're an honest man, and I don't care what failures have been in your past.
Yeah, but if you ever need to, if you have any questions, he's my pastor at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cat Earth. Are you under 30, man? Because you've got kind of a pussy mentality. Yeah, I find it interesting. The people I respect, like M. Scotty, Will Kincaid, those young men actually have a lot of admiration for me because I'm very, very soft. Matter of fact, M. Scotty had called me a teddy bear, but he saw I could turn into a grizzly bear. And that's a man, people. There's a lot of young men that are disgusted with the pansies in their life, and they want to see a man that has some balls. I have some balls, and my balls come from Jesus Christ. Jesus gave me titanium balls. Oh my.
Actually, Cat Earth sounds like one of the guys that worked with John Mackay. But he's a Brit too. He must be from the same region.
It's amazing. Yeah, I've been married for 30 years there, Cat Earth, and I have 3 grown adult children. And I've written books, and I work with Reasons to Believe because they've seen that I have character, and I have integrity, and I have some skill. So there you go, Mr. Cat Earth. And my name is Dr. Kenny Rhodes. I have some doctorates. So there you go. Now, if you're under 30, it explains a lot to me. Yep, these free gracers, you can do whatever you want. Yeah, I am very modest too. Yep, because I know that I'm, smarter than most here that come around my channel. Like I said, though, many times Dr. Falk is more intelligent than I. Will Kincaid is more intelligent than I. And Smokey Sane is actually more intelligent than I. I have a 256 Pentium processor, but I have an extra large hard drive, and I put a lot of information in there, and it's indexed. Now, a lot of you young people, you got faster minds than I do, but it's about the knowledge content, actually. And so when I say I'm smarter, I actually don't mean smarter as in having a faster computer than you all have. I actually mean I filled it up with all the data and I indexed it because I've been studying for about 12 hours a day for the last 30 years. So if anybody would like to give me a test, I'd be more than happy to submit myself to that. If anybody thinks that I can't back up my statement saying that I'm smarter than Cat Earth and all the other dum-dums in the chat, I'd be more than happy to do that. So, Cat Earth, come in again if you'd like. Come in again.
Hello, everyone. How are we today? Are we having a
Oh,
fun
we're having
time?
fun, Smokey.
Wow, I just saw something on the thumbnail. I should tell you about.
Go ahead,
Boy,
Dave.
it must hurt. It must hurt to try this hard to cancel someone and fail so miserably that no wonder they're all freaking out and just having to obsess about me and Kenny and everything. It must hurt to fail this hard. Oh, just amazing.
Cat, I keep on Cat Earth. I keep on kicking you out or silencing you because you're being dishonest and you're under talking me. I don't allow people to under talk me because I'm so good looking. So if you will respect my good lookingness, you can come in.
If Smokey's in
Come on.
jail, you'll be in the cell beside him.
I wonder when they'll get smart enough to figure out that like it doesn't make sense because people on probation can't go on road trips across the country. I wonder when one of their big brains will catch on to that.
Honest. Come on in again. Be more than happy to talk to you.
Someone's gonna have to bow out. Someone's gonna have to bow out to let the Mr. Pete in.
Yeah, I'll bow out. I'll say ciao.
I'm on my iPhone.
I love you,
Smoke Man, if you can control the other stuff, because sometimes I don't see it in time.
Oh yeah, sure. That's
okay.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I came in and I was having fun reading the comments. I didn't really want to time anyone out at all. It's just I am one of those people.
Just let people in if they try to.
Oh yeah, I can do that too. Yeah, that's fine. Sure.
No, I don't time people out, but I will mute those that under talk me.
Indeed.
Because they're here on my turf and they need to respect it.
Basement. Oh, they're so mad. No, actually, Daniel, that's not true. But considering the fact you're an uneducated, low IQ, inbred Midwest hick, I expect you to be able to figure that out as well. But do some little research before you open your dumb mouth, and go see a source that'll tell you how stupid you are, Dan. That'll help you out.
Oh, but Daniel is actually only 17. He admitted it.
No, he's not. No, he's not 17. He's a very sad, pathetic, fat, middle-aged man.
Oh, well, I believed he was 17.
Did you guys see that thumb?
It's just because he has the intelligence of a child. It doesn't mean he actually is one. That's the issue.
Okay.
Did you guys see that thumbnail coming up at 9 p.m. today?
Cat Earth, hurry up. Let's come on in and you can say your thing or something. Dave can auction off your integrity.
Oh, yeah.
I know it isn't worth anything, but we'll do our best.
Is Cat Earth a flat Earth guy?
I think he goes after the flat Earth. He has a secondary YouTube channel called Pete Shea. I guess that is his name, which is funny because I had a low thinking atheist troll for the longest time whose name is Kevin Shea. I wonder if they're related, or that just is a common name with horrible people. I'm not sure. Come on, Cat.
Yeah.
Come on, Mr.
Come on in,
Cat.
buddy. Hey, earlier there, I gave a lot of the folks that wanted to keyboard warriors in the chat. I gave them a chance to come in, and most of them didn't. So I just went ahead and blocked them. I knew they were sock accounts anyway.
Can't believe you were doing this for 3 hours. I didn't even know. I was out eating ribs, hanging out, having a beer. That type of thing. Come back, check the YouTube. There's Kenny. He's doing something.
Yeah. Well,
thought you were going to like the store with Uncle Pete or some damn thing or something like that.
Well, I have ADHD and I get sidetracked.
Yeah. All right, sure.
The dum-dums as of late have caused me to hyper focus on their stupidity, and just kind of having fun, and the dopamine levels and the reward are so great. I just can't stop.
Sure. Yeah, sure. I see our beloved Mrs. Whitmire is in the side chat. It's good to see you, madam. That's a weird thing to claim. Pete, really honestly, it is the expectation that you would lie and try to hide your stupidity. Like when you said that Christians aren't really persecuted in Saudi Arabia, that was very funny. I've never met a fake Christian that actually simped for Muslims. I mean, atheists, I find every once in a while will try to simp for Muslims in their ignorance. Never came across a claiming Christian so stupid that he actually attempted to simp for the Muslims. That's a real special breed of garbage that you are there, Pete. What is wrong with these people that come from Britain? Is there something in the water or something? Like, what is happening over there? Did my internet drop or do something weird?
Something weird happened. I thought it was on my side, but
the demons are barking.
I see we got some upcoming video events today, huh?
I'm not sure. I've been hyper focused on, dealing with some of the people out there that are less than honest. I thought I'd expose them today. So that's what I'm doing. And the dishonesty is amazing. Now, I don't know if they are intentionally being dishonest, but the violation of basic logical principles is amazing. And then the spiritual naivete is astonishing, to say the least. I may even just stay away from YouTube forever because I don't want to fish for a bunch of carp and sucker fish. I'd rather fish for those that can actually make a difference in the world for Jesus Christ, not a bunch of people that just sit and are keyboard warriors and are afraid to actually show up and defend their positions.
It is a lot of bottom feeding, trolling, and stuff like that. You're really scraping your hook against the muck of the lake to find garbage like this, for sure.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
I'm about ready to just give up on Christianity.
Well, let me say two things. I hope you're joking.
If what they call Christianity is Christianity, I don't want any part of it.
I'm the same way.
And if what is on this side is not supposed to be Christianity, and it's what I feel like is Christianity, and I'm ridiculed, I'm ridiculed and called a liar, and I know I should endure those things for Christ.
That's the one thing you can't do in the side chat is spam. But you can talk, you can spurt, you can whine. Actually, I love it. But don't spam. You don't need to spam. That's just desperate. That's just extra desperate. You're trying to keep the chat from being functional for us to enjoy it. So no spamming, please.
And see, there's only a handful of people that really see what's going on, like Guru Lady. So disgusting how all the trolls keep stirring the pot. And there's where the issue is. The stirring of the pot. Okay, so y'all got your evidence, so for whatever, y'all believe it. Be done with it. Move on. Find your next victim. Find somebody else to ridicule. Y'all have been stuck on one person for 2 fucking years. All you're doing
Whoever's
is making it
spamming the
look
chat,
bad for
whoever's
Christians.
spamming the chat, you're literally actually retarded. They do not allow people to roam the country when they're on probation. Like, you guys are so confused and stupid. Like, it's absolutely, you know what you did? All of you idiots, you guys are so stupid that you've been fooled by the stupidest Korean on the planet. You guys sat there and watched him admit to deliberately photoshopping photos to make them look similar. And then you dirty degenerates just sat there and swallowed it down because you're all so stupid. And that's, I mean, I expected of some of you, but I didn't know there were this many stupid people here. That's probably Ryan, by the way, or Bill or Thicky. They're the ones that are known to have dozens and dozens and dozens of sock accounts. Because deceptive garbage will be deceptive garbage. As Forrest Gump said, stupid is as stupid does.
And there's a lot of stupid doing a lot of stuff here.
Look at this
there's no,
my goodness.
yeah,
I
there's
appreciate,
no,
appreciate the engagement for you having to constantly shift sock accounts to spam the same worthless comment. We do appreciate the engagement. Thank you.
We must all be having internet problems here. I'm having problems too. Something's wrong.
Daniel could come in, or Catterth ran away now. Did Catterth run away because I'm here? I think Catterth ran away.
No, they don't like me. He doesn't like me. I'm a woman.
Oh, is it you? Is it you, Nikki? I'm supposed to be the one to put the fear of God in people. What did you do?
Well, shoot, I don't know. I just opened my mouth.
Oh, okay.
She's a false witness and a liar.
Oh, no.
So what happened? What happened to Olive and Sparrow now?
Well, I don't know if I should say. I'm not going to say. Dave, I'll tell you later.
I see the thumbnail.
I'll shoot you a message. I'll shoot you a message.
There's a video up. It says, "Did you see that?"
What video?
On Praise's channel.
What? No.
It's coming up. It's got two women on it. Olive and Sparrow publicly denounced Smokey and Kenny. Coming up at 9 p.m. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that would be news to me.
Here, how do I do this? Here, I'll do it this way.
Yeah, that would actually be fake because I spoke to Sparrow.
No, it's on Praise I Am's channel. I went there.
Well, Praise has sold his integrity along with the rest of his credibility pretty much down the river. So I'd be surprised, honestly. As far as I knew, they were just separating themselves from the community because of Praise's stupidity. So that's as far as I knew. I don't know. It's hard to say. That's weird too, because Sparrow was doing some stuff for Kenny on the sidelines of professional ministry related stuff. That would be surprising to find out.
Yeah, it really would be surprising. I don't believe it.
It's right on Praise's YouTube channel. It's just I just cut and pasted it. Are you on Twitter right now, Smoke?
I'm not on Twitter right now. I only have Twitter on one machine in my entire life because I hate it. And I pretty much only use it to like post a random thing if I want to like promote a certain video. That's pretty much it. I hate Twitter. I absolutely hate Twitter, honestly.
Here, look at this. I'll share it on my screen.
Is Kenny sounding like a robot to anybody else with a lot of static?
There's a little bit of roboting from Kenny.
I put it on my screen, Kenny, if you want to share it. You know how to share it?
Yeah, you can share it.
Yeah, Smokey will have to do that because I'm on my iPhone here. So.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. That's all right. I got it. No problem. I was gonna stream here for a little bit, but this is where the party is. I guess I'll just chill out here for a bit then. Sure. I can't believe I missed 3 hours of hilarity. My goodness.
To be honest, I think I was a little mean, but they deserved it.
I got it on my screen right here. So
Kenny, you might have to leave the stream and come back because your connection has just gone to garbage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Try that. Try that. Sometimes that helps. I did enjoy that too. Takeaway. That was fun. That was fun. Where are the accusers now all of a sudden? Were they?
Well, I got it on
and
the screen.
and all that.
I got it on the screen now if you want to grab it.
Well, that's funny because we're still here, and actually, I've been having better views than ever before. What's that song? I think it was a rap song from some guy. All Eyes on Me. I think I'll have to do like a stream on that later, maybe a thumbnail. All eyes on me type thing. So yeah. Oh, that would be news. Yeah, that would be news. Okay.
That's weird.
Well, don't trust integrity if blood is thicker than faith. You know, for sure. So
is Olive actually his sister?
That is correct. Yes, they are related.
But not the other one, right? Not Sparrow?
Sparrow, I think, is just a good friend of Olive, if memory serves. They had my back 100 about a week ago. So it would be
There's no
surprising.
way that Olive and Sparrow would post their photos, so I'm already suspicious.
No, those are fake photos anyway, I think. Those are just, some kind of avatars. I'm not sure though.
Looks like a filter.
They were just defending you last night.
Yeah. The fact, the notion that
Well,
this is
Olive anyway.
actually,
I don't know about Sparrow. I haven't seen Sparrow in ages. So.
How are you gonna say that like people are done on YouTube when you're still here and like doing just as good, if not better than ever? Like I don't like you guys do realize that like actual Christians are behind me, not a bunch of confused, emotional worshiping frauds. Like why would you think that demonic anti-biblical antics would have any effect on actual Christians? Like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? Confused by it. When is that happening? 9 p.m.? Is that 9 p.m. Eastern, Pacific?
It's probably, it seems like it
Mountain?
defaults to my time.
What is your time zone? What time zone are you
Central,
in?
so that'll probably show up as my
You're
time.
Central. Okay, so that would be
Yeah, he's
10
Central too.
p.m.
He's Central, so it's 10 your time.
So it'd be 10 p.m. on the East and 7 p.m. on the West. Okay, got it.
And I think they need to understand the whole point of these streams is to show how they are not dropping it. Supposedly they were going to drop it once they found out, blah, 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 blah. But they want to be little babies, little children, and keep going.
That's unfortunate because I actually took Sparrow and Olive to have better ethics than that. I guess you can't trust anything from Oklahoma, probably.
Yeah, I still don't believe it.
Because Kenny was going to hire Sparrow to do like administration stuff, so this would be really surprising.
Yeah, it'd be a shock to me, which is why I don't believe it. Yeah.
Well, you think that guy just put this up here just to create trouble?
Kenny
possibly,
could.
but
Kenny has, yeah, he might delete it like before he does it. He does that with a lot of streams. But Kenny actually has Sparrow's phone number. He could call her.
Huh.
Well, I did call her and talk to her literally last night, so I know it's not true.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I will be extra disappointed if Praise has doctored receipts because they can't be checked because they separated themselves from the community. They deleted their Discord and their Clubhouse because they didn't want to be involved with the deviation of morality that was being presented on Praise's side. So that would really surprise me. I wonder when Praise will figure out that his anti-biblical evil opinions don't actually matter. It'll probably take about as much time as the last time.
It's just sad, all of it. But
but
the scripture says there's going to be a shaking, and if you don't
Yep.
have the right foundation, you're going to be lost.
Exactly. It doesn't even look like Sparrow.
Yeah,
Like,
I would be guilty of what I've been accusing everybody else of if I believed anything by just a simple thumbnail.
Oh yeah,
so
you
I'm
don't
not going to believe it.
anything,
Yeah,
Praise.
Yeah.
Praise has linked himself with Thicky again, so there's no reason to believe Praise about literally anything. Might as well be communing with demons. So boring. I had a nice nap this afternoon. Went and got myself some awesome barbecue ribs. They were phenomenal. Went ahead and opened YouTube. Kenny's live, having a fun time. I just had to jump in.
Yeah, we had to walk away for a second because the buddy came over, but yeah, we're here to support you and Kenny because this is disgusting. Just the vile personal attacks, and not only on y'all. They show they'll do it to anybody, a victim, in fact.
Yeah, they did it to you. I don't care if they do it to me,
there,
but they did it to you. Yeah.
Right there, it was really gross, and that's all I needed to see. They don't have Jesus in them. Period. Point blank. That's not accusing. That's just the truth.
Yeah, it's an accurate assessment, just like my good looks. Period. No, but people can have an actual objective judgment of reality and those things that people put forth. Now, there is a principle. It is a Aguirre Secretaire essay, which is action follows being. Now, we're talking about per se activity that gives us information about the essence of an individual. That is not to take into account the misdirection of the telos and the purpose for which an entity was made. And crap, now I forgot what we were talking about. What were we talking about? I saw a shiny. Let me see if I can remember it. Crap. Can you help me, Smokey? It's so embarrassing. I forgot where I was going. Dang it. I think it was a good point.
I think we had Andrew leave so that one of the degenerates would come in, and then they didn't come in.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to defend what's right.
Yeah, me too.
I don't care who does what. I don't care who's convicted of what. I don't care
not about
who's
your past, it's about your present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you're not smart enough to pick up on the red letter, I know I keep pressing that, but if you're not smart enough to pick up on the red letter and what Jesus said versus what Paul and all of them said, they were dealing with different circumstances. Jesus was dealing with all of us. And his commandment was love each other. He wasn't just talking to the Christians. He wasn't just talking to the Jews. because he laid it out a secret to the woman at the well that nobody else knew. You know, he openly confessed who he was to her. And he said there's going to come a time, that, all are going to worship God. And it's going to be in spirit, because God is spirit. And so we have to worship him in spirit. And that spirit is made of love. And she said, when our Messiah comes, he will tell us all we need to know. And he looked at her and he said, the one who speaks to you, I am he. They asked Jesus in front of Mary Magdalene, fixing to get stoned to death, what should we do with her? He said, the law says that we should stone her to death according to Moses. He says, I'll tell you, Moses said an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, hey, any one of you that's without a sin, cast the first stone.
I actually thought CJ was most embarrassing last time, especially when he went after Nikki, and then he tried to go after WTT for a little while.
Yeah, it was funny being mansplained menstruation. It was actually pretty funny. I actually was giggling. Like, he literally had to Google or whatever when girls go through puberty. And I was like, dude, we all know this information. The women in the chat are all saying it. What are you doing now? Now you're mansplaining it. What you doing?
When you don't have a father to explain the birds and the bees to you, you can be very confused.
True, Patch. I guess so.
Okay, so what
exactly
channel
what's
is
the
this video
takeaway?
come up?
Exactly.
What is this stream supposedly on? Is this, whose channel is this? Because I just texted Sparrow. I want to make sure I know where to direct
this is Praise's channel. Praise is doing a show about how Sparrow and Olive are denouncing us, apparently, I guess, or something.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just screenshot this here. All right. Be back in a minute. I might lose my mic, but anywho.
It wouldn't be the first time Praise has lied for credibility when he linked himself with Standing for Truth. So,
yeah. But with this mansplaining
Praise
stuff,
has next to zero accountability on his own because he always changes his mind. So he has to find other people to try and give him any cred. That's ultimately why he does things like that.
Yep, totally. With this mansplaining stuff, it goes a little bit further when people try and see people with not so obvious disabilities such as Asperger's syndrome and perhaps ADD. I call that displaining.
That's a good one. I like that. I just think they've gone to show they will bash anybody they don't like. Not whether they're right, wrong, or not. Just what they don't, or who they don't like. And
yep.
That's sad for them. I can only pray for that. And hope they can come out of that, because that's got to be a sad life. It really does.
Yeah, well, I forget the stream I was in, but Nicholas was in there and he timed me out every time I would just type something. He'd time me out.
Yeah, I got banned or something in Praises. They can't see my shit at all. I think that's hilarious. Because I wasn't even really, you know me. I really am not, when I type, I really don't have that much to say that's bad. and I got hidden or something. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, hey, I
Kincaid,
didn't really do nothing.
Kincaid said something interesting, which I actually kind of agree with, is that traders are reserved for the lowest part of hell. I actually
Yep.
agree with that.
Amen. Yep.
I've heard that before. I think it might be in the movie somewhere.
Here's the whole page, though, it looks like.
What? That's his whole channel. He's got
He
more
probably
videos than
got
that.
embarrassed and deleted everything.
No, those
Oh,
are
he
the
did?
upcoming live streams. I just chose the upcoming live streams.
Heck, I've even left the ukulele incident up. That's my most viewed video. The one where I did creep, but I changed the words.
Yeah, that
by
was
Radiohead.
Good. That was good, yeah.
A lot of conflict on here lately, huh? And then that Synagogue's getting into it. Was that the first time he got into it the other day?
Oh no, he's been going at me for a year or so.
Really?
Yeah. I embarrassed him very badly in a couple debates. And so he started talking how I was unsaved and workspace salvation heretic and all this stuff and things like that. So
Yeah,
I forget which interactions we had exactly where I embarrassed him so badly because it was a while ago, but he's always had a thing for me since I made him look like such an idiot and that he's out of his depth and probably shouldn't have a channel because he's just worthless to apologetics and theology.
And Andrew,
So why does Praise have two different types of pictures up there of himself?
No. One's Praise and one's Gavin. Gavin's on the right, Praise is on the left there.
What is he dragging Gavin down with him? Please no.
Andrew.
Yeah.
It comes from Dante's Inferno. It's the ninth circle of hell. It was the deepest and darkest circle of hell for the very lowest form of human existence of all. Traitors.
No, it's
Pretty
more
much.
recent than that. It's Pirates of the Caribbean where I've heard it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah, it was in that. It was in that.
Caribbean. That
It
was
was in
not what
that.
I was expecting.
It wasn't that, correct.
I think Johnny Depp does it. Says it.
That's
forgot all about that,
funny.
I'm overly
Oh, sorry.
disappointed in the whole situation that they could behave this way, and of course the reactions on this side of it, on some people's parts,
Well, there must be
including
cause.
mine,
Someone's not swaying them.
because I've gotten out of line too. I don't like being angry. I don't like the person that I used to be, and for me to participate in that was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole reason that Nikki and I came here and stuck around was because we learn a lot from Smokey. We learn a lot from Dr. Kenny. And I'm sorry, but he is a doctor. He's got more than one PhD. I've researched him in peer-reviewed papers on my school website.
And guys, just to remind you, Praise needed me a hell of a lot more than I ever needed him.
Praise breaks my heart. That
Praise
breaks
was
my heart.
Praise was me being gracious. Honestly, I'm not even really all that upset that I don't have to be anymore, really. And Praise is a liability, honestly. I mean, I try to be Christian with them. Really, I don't like Praise, but I was, called to love him and regard him as a brother. But I don't think I have to see him as a brother anymore. Someone this untrustworthy and evil, at whim, is not someone I need to bother seeing as a Christian. And if God ever asks me on Judgment Day, I'll just tell him the record I have with praise. I was willing to forgive him time and time again for being a duplicitous, evil scumbag. And he kept doing it over and over again. And I said, well, since this is just who he is, he must not love God. So I can be done with him.
Of course, if praise isn't in heaven, you won't have to do that.
If praise is in heaven, he'll be a cockroach in the kitchens. I won't have to worry about it.
Oh, cockroaches in heaven, eh?
Well, someone has to pick up the scraps, don't they, Andrew?
Well, I'll bring my thong so I can smack them. Figuratively speaking.
Did Kenny pop out?
Yeah, Kenny's had to do something.
Yeah, I think he's talking to Sparrow.
Oh, okay, sure.
Or he went out and is going to come back in again. I'm not sure. Or he got kicked by his internet.
No, he said he might go. He said he might be pushed out. He wasn't sure.
Ah, I missed that part.
He did warn us that he
now,
might.
see, I could have just made all kinds of assumptions right there. But, and gotten upset and angry and accusatory, but no. There was no
Kenny
purpose
disappeared.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Kenny.
Yep.
Yeah, anytime I get out of this window, it cuts my mic off. I don't know why, but it does.
It's the technology thing.
Yeah. It's so cold out here. I've got to drive the car again because I just put Fix-A-Flat in it. And my neighbor said, oh, you got to drive it again because it doesn't dry like it does in California.
I have filled that tire so many times at this point, Kenny. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can you find a tire place along the way and change it?
You know, we already had to do that once, honestly. I probably will have to do it again.
I want my $15 back for the Fix-A-Flat.
Sure.
That was expensive here. No, I'm talking
So
about
is this just bait?
company.
Is this just bait then? This thumbnail with Olive and Sparrow?
I don't know. Praise has done similar things that are really scummy like this before. It's hard to tell, really. I would be very, very surprised based
What do you
upon
think, Kenny? You think
the
it's bait?
comments and statements that were given to me from all
I would
Sparrow.
I would be absolutely shocked because Sparrow says she doesn't even talk to Praise at all. And I doubt that she would have talked to Praise between last night and now.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out tonight.
Yeah. It's probably clickbait. Because as I understand, Praise is a little bit persona non grata by a lot of folks now.
Your best bet,
unsubbed
and
from
you're going
him.
to spend about the same amount of money, a little bit more, Kenny. Y'all's best bet is just to get a used tire for that.
Well, Praise merging himself with the frauds. Praise merging himself with the frauds is very unwise. They'll throw them in the garbage as soon as they're done using them, just like last time, and just like the time before that, and just like the time before that. This time, though, won't be like last time, where I will give him a home and consideration to come back to. That won't be the case this next time around. When he does flip, and he will. Usually when he ends up realizing how evil the people are that he's aligned himself with, I will have some choice words for Praise, and I will inform him of the impending judgment coming to him because of his because he knew better this time. This time, like maybe the times before, he's a little touched, so he couldn't quite get it. Okay, mercy, whatever. This time, however, he actually really did know better, and he still did it anyway. So he deserves full judgment and retribution from the Lord for a treacherous, idiotic scumbag. So
Yeah, I mean, I know he flips flops like changes his to use an English
Well,
phrase. He
he's in
changes
for a rude
mind like he
awakening.
changes
He's
his
going to
underwear. But
expect me to do the 70 times 7 thing with him. But the 70 times 7 is a principle, not a command. It's a
yeah,
principle of the idea that as a brother, you forgive brothers. Like you always forgive brothers. And I've shown that ethic. But now what's happened is that praise has shown himself to align so easily with wickedness that he lacks the ability to actually stay on the path of sanctification and salvation. So
yeah, it's the flip flopping is dangerous, and I didn't want to do it because if I mean I'll be honest with you. About 2 years ago, I was flip flopping like you wouldn't
Dave,
believe.
can you refresh the page?
Yeah, sure. You mean, what do you mean?
Just refresh it. Just refresh that page you're on right now.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, it is still there. Okay.
Oh, this is a screen capture I took.
Oh, go to his channel then. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a screen capture.
Let me
Can you
see
go
if
to
it's
his
a-
channel real quick and double check? See
Yep,
if it's
it's still there. Yep.
Oh, it is. Okay. Hey, Mrs. Whitmire said he retracted it. Okay. I don't know if that she was talking about that. Hello, Mrs. Whitmire. I hope you're doing well.
This is the actual page right here. So when you go to upcoming live streams, it's like this.
Oh yeah,
So
there it is. Yep.
Yeah, here's the regular video. You just choose like all videos. There's all the videos, and then here you go to upcoming live streams, and there it is.
There you go. Well, again, praise needed me a heck of a lot more than I needed him. So yeah, I just don't really care.
Yep.
I'll kill it. You don't need to look at that anymore.
Well, Mrs. Whitmire, why is your son still in your basement?
Yes, takeaway. That would be the same Daniel, the one that said that he was going to beat Jesus out of me.
I'll beat the Jesus out of you. Who says that to somebody?
He said he would. He said, "Stop screaming at me! I would beat Jesus out of you, didn't you?"
What in the world?
I have that clip on my StreamYard. You guys didn't see it. I'll play it next time. Just remind me.
I've heard people say I'll beat the Jesus into you.
Right?
I've heard that.
Oh, well, that's because Daniel is a demon who enjoys communing with demons. That's why he's unsaved. So that's why.
I wouldn't say he's a demon. He's a 17-year-old. Well, if it's true, he's 17.
No,
but if he's
not
47, then he is a
maybe
demon.
he's 17 in the brain, but not anywhere else, Kenny.
Okay, well, I'm 12 in the brain, but that doesn't make any never nine know-how. My emotional maturity has nothing to do with my intellectual maturity and the ability to understand truth.
Basement Dweller had clipped one time that Daniel was feeling particularly bold, and he was in Bruce's stream, and he turned his camera on and was like trying to flex the flab in his arms. It was really funny.
I got muscles.
He's like thinking that like it looks like muscles, so he's like trying to pull his like shirt tight and like flex his muscles, and like nothing is happening, and it's just like a big ball of fat. It was funny.
You know what's funny is what happened to me. I went to the Virginia Charleston Capitol. Of course, Smokeys a big fuddy-duddy. He didn't go anywhere here in the Appalachians with me. But anyway, crap. Sorry, I'm on a bridge and scared the crap out of me a little too high. I'm a scared of heights, guys, just so y'all know. I'm sorry. I'm a little boy inside.
That's okay.
Okay, I forgot what I was saying now because it scared the crap out of me. All right, what was I saying? Dang, that's a high bridge. I shouldn't have looked at the water.
Daniel?
Let's see, Daniel, because you're my Daniel. Sorry, Elton John. Let's see. Anyway, Yep, there you go.
Not.
There you go. Yeah, I guess if he's a 17-year-old boy, I'll give him benefit of doubt. But if he's a sloppy 47-something-year-old man, he is a nincompoop. But I messed my joke up now, but I'm just going to tell you. I had to check my lethal weapons at the door at the state capitol because they wouldn't let me walk in with the muscles I had. I had to cover them up so people wouldn't get scared. There you go. I know the punchline isn't as powerful, but it would have been funny.
Well,
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
If you go and watch G.I. Joe, those muscles are obviously fake and cartooned.
Yeah.
Especially the 1990 one. That's the worst.
Oh, well, gentlemen, this has been a long stream now. We should probably get off. It's been fun. Let's see. Oh, no,
Yeah, I think
Daniel's
that
6
point
foot,
has been
200
made.
pounds. Whoa. That says a lot about his emotional maturity, huh? I'm
Maybe
6 foot and
7 days.
180.
I'm 4'11" and 100 pounds. What does that make me?
Tougher than all of us.
I mean,
Well,
don't
I'm
disregard me.
6
I'll say
foot.
that.
I'm 6 foot. That's 183 centimeters, but I'm 90 kg. 94, somewhere around there last time I weighed myself. I can't convert that to pounds.
I can't either. Well, anybody have any closing statements here before we end
Final
it?
word. I will say ciao. Thanks for letting me back in.
Yes, sir.
I'll close with this. Acts 20:35. I've shown you in every way by laboring like this that you must support the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, that he said, "It is more blessed to give than to receive."
Thank you. Dave, you still there? Well, am I still here?
You're still here. I think Dave went to go do dishes or something. But
Oh,
I
okay.
will just leave it with, I think our point has been made that the people that are coming against Smokey will come against anybody, including myself, for no reason at all. And that's all the point that needs to be made. They will try and mess with anybody, anyway, for their entertainment. And I no longer want to be part of their entertainment, so I will no longer even entertain their words. So hopefully that it will stop. Because we are better than all of this. We need to get back to Jesus' word.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it. I know something good is about to come. So we just have to stand tall in our strength and Lord Jesus, and we'll be all right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Also, I just wanted to give my love to y'all, Smokey and Kenny. I love you guys, of course. Dave, love you. Most of the chat I love. Well, let's be honest. I love everybody. I am a lover, not anything else. And that's what God made me. I can't help but love. So all of those who are so angry and so spiteful right now, just remember where we all came from. We all came from the same place. Our Lord. And I love you guys. And God bless you.
Thank you very much, dear sister. All right. Well, I'm just going to kick us all out at the same time to be fair. Bye, guys.